The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trapnerd Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Duke Clark.
Duke Clark.
I'm going to say Joe is too tired to be a dick today.
Duke Clark.
But who the fuck would ever think that?
I'm Duke Clark, and this is my podcast.
This is my podcast. You guys are lucky you're allowed to show up. Anyway, you just kind of cut in the fucking introduction. My man Harry wants to be introduced.
I realized
He's over here
that.
excited as fuck.
Listen, though, I realized while you were talking that I didn't do anything, so I had to make sure.
All right. Well, I'm here with my guys. One of my friends. I'll let you guys decide who. Harry.
Yo.
Harry the Reynolds.
The Wrens.
The Wrens, whatever the fuck that means.
Duke
And
Reynolds.
Joey Sabbs.
Duke Reynolds.
That's your middle name now, dude.
Yeah, I'm Duke Reynolds, dude.
Facts.
That's
How you guys
the
doing,
Duke
dude?
Reynolds.
I'm doing good. It's playoff time.
You had 2 weeks to recover from Aaron Rodgers just being the worst.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I should be enjoying preparing for a playoff game with you guys, and I'm not. We were
Yeah,
just
I was
talking
looking
about Rodgers
forward to that,
retiring
too.
again. So
On the plus side, he said that. Did you see that he said that he won't hold Green Bay hostage? He'll let him know his decision.
That's like a shot at Brett Favre for holding Green Bay hostage for like 4 straight years.
My son's shooting at somebody every time he's in an interview. I feel like
hopefully we get Hopkins and just call it a night.
If you guys get that, I mean,
would Arizona
this,
even give
all
it
right,
to
this,
y'all?
this, we've said this is the last for 150 times. But now that Hopkins is on the fucking, if Peyton goes there though, they're not getting rid of Hopkins. But, maybe they trade Hopkins for Peyton.
No, that
Because
they
they
can't.
Bro, they need they want a first round pick. They want a first round pick plus some to get Peyton.
That's
But anyway,
You think D-Hop's worth the first round pick?
nah, if they give him D-Hop, it'd probably be like a 3rd round pick or something. No, fuck that. You're
He'll
getting
be like
straight
D-Hop in
up.
a second.
D-Hop straight up.
He'll
You're out
be
of your
like, we
mind.
want D-Hop in a second.
And then they'll still have Andy Dalton thrown to D-Hop, and he'll just never have a good quarterback in his
that'd be
life.
sick.
But anyway,
Well,
It-
when
this
Saints-
is it, bro. This is it. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, go get D-Hop.
Or I'm out.
I'm out. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're cool. I'm out. Exactly what I would say.
Yeah, I'd be real excited if we got D-Hop.
I can't even imagine that D-Hop would be too expensive for Green Bay.
Well, his contract's pretty fat, but even his
that's
contract's
not
not
what I
that
mean,
bad
though.
now because everyone else signed all those big ones.
And in Green Bay, I feel like you guys don't have a lot of big contracts besides like Jair and Rodgers, right?
Yeah,
Bakhtiari,
Yeah.
But, yeah, him too.
But yeah, I mean, they definitely
You
can
gotta
go
have
get
money.
Hopkins. They just
Yeah.
won't.
First round pick.
They just won't do it.
They're gonna go draft fucking some head case that's gonna beat up trainers in the first round instead of a fucking instead of wide receiver.
Wait, who beat up trainers?
Fucking
Quay
Quay
Walker.
Walker pushed 2 trainers this year. He apologized the second time. First time
Apologized the
No, he was
first time?
crying after the Bills game too. He's always crying.
he was crying because he lost.
Yeah.
That's what he was crying because he lost both games.
He was an idiot.
Bro,
I don't give a fuck. He looked right at this dude that had like a nice little coat on.
Yeah, he's coming to like take care of
tend
an
to
injured player.
He looked at him. He said, "You know what? Fuck you."
that's literally like me pushing a child. That's
Like
the
the
difference
first
in
time
the
he
size.
pushed-
That's like me pushing you.
That's like the difference in the size. I'll stab you right now.
That was literally like the turn after he pushed the trainer. Like Detroit just dominated the game.
It was crazy.
It was ridiculous.
They probably would have let y'all like just win.
No, they were never doing that.
They said that.
Dan Campbell already said they didn't want us to make it.
Who won the Seahawks?
Oh, Diggs.
Diggs, yeah.
Yeah.
They
He used,
said
to,
that
he used to play for Detroit.
Yeah, he said he texted all them after he was like, "Yo, we're gonna win." That's what he told them. We're gonna win, so please help us out here.
Yeah, he got the game-ending interception.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
They're about to get smoked anyway. But yeah, I mean nothing. So if you didn't see our tweet, we did not
What if Seattle
do an
won?
episode. Shut up. We did not do it.
Shut up.
I'm trying to fucking.
This is real shit.
I'm trying to. We're gonna get there, dude. God damn. We're gonna be a bunch of fucking amateurs. So we did not record last week.
Oh,
because-
it's just this. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What do you want me to do?
Because
I
DeMar
realized I was
Hamlin
wrong.
almost terrible fucking injury. Whatever. Joe just kind of ruined everything there. But so we did not record last week. We thought it was going to be dumb to come in and record. So last week, nothing really that big happened. I feel like all the playoff teams, other than like Seattle,
The game
Like,
got canceled.
almost-
That was big.
Yeah, that was big, and Chiefs just got handed the number 1 seed, which we'll talk about. But like basically all the playoff teams were kind of everyone knew who was going in. The only thing that was up for grabs was the last playoff spot, but everyone knew we were going to beat the Patriots, and then the last playoff spot in the NFC, which was either Green Bay, Detroit, or Seattle. Seattle won on a what?
Couldn't when we beat the Patriots, Miami was the only one that could make it.
No, it's
No, so
not.
if when we beat the
Steelers could
Patriots,
too, yeah, that's what I was saying.
yeah, but the Jets would have had to beat the Dolphins,
Yeah.
and then but it was
The Jets almost did beat the Dolphins
that
too.
is a fact.
Not one touchdown got scored in that game.
A safety got scored, but not a touchdown. We're about to smoke their fucking boots. But, yeah, so basically Dolphins, Seahawks made it in. Everyone knows everyone else that was supposed to make it in. Do you think the Seahawks have a shot?
No.
I think
don't
both
think
of those
so.
teams have 0% possibility.
Yeah, I think
of
those
winning.
two in Baltimore
They play
all
San
should
Fran,
probably
right?
get blown out.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any upsets this week, really. I mean,
Unless you call the Giants an upset, I could see them winning.
yeah, I think the Giants and I could see the Jags winning, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I kind of like the Jags this week. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That wouldn't be a huge upset. It's like
It's almost like a pick.
technically they're home,
Yeah, they're the home team.
so maybe they might not even be an upset.
Like Tampa, I wouldn't call that an upset.
But they're playing a 12-win team,
Yeah.
so that's at least closer. But like the Chargers won what 10?
10 or 11.
Yeah, so I mean it's like 9 versus 10 or 9 versus 11. You guys must want to start. Let's start with the All-Pro teams, and then we'll do.
Wait,
Yeah, it's fine.
what's the other? Oh,
No, we'll do playoffs.
I feel
first.
like
That's what I'm talking about.
I wouldn't even just count out the Ravens either, though.
No, they're done.
I don't see how they're just done.
They're done.
They're starting a third-string quarterback against the
That-
top
that-
5
what's that
team in
kid's
the
name?
league.
Anthony Brown.
He started over Huntley.
Huntley's
Huntley's hurt.
He
Oh,
might
they're
he
done.
might be back, but even if he
Even
is,
if-
I mean,
no, come
he's
on.
looked horrible.
They're done.
Listen.
What's the spread on that game?
10.
Even if Huntley
For
plays,
5.
even if Huntley plays, right before that game was canceled, Bills and Bengals is like, who's gonna win this game? These are top-notch teams. If one of those teams loses to the Tyler Huntley-led Ravens, they're the biggest frauds in the history of forever.
I don't see that
That's
happening.
ridiculous. I mean, but the way the Bengals have been playing, they've just been like Bengals have looked unbeatable. Like I really wish we would have been able to see that game, but instead they gifted the Chiefs with the number 1 seed.
The Bengals got done dirty. Why don't they get it? Why don't the Bengals and Bills play in a neutral site next week?
I thought it was supposed to.
Yeah.
They did get done dirty.
Wait, so they would just?
I think they
They would
have
just
to
come to Buffalo?
I think so, yeah.
Nah, there has to be.
No,
something.
they're coming to Buffalo.
And
It's already
Nixon
been
got
announced.
fined
Yeah, the Bengals
for
got.
the coin toss celebration. Did you see that?
He got fined for that.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, well, it's just it is ridiculous. The Chiefs lost to both the Bills and the Bengals. The Bengals had no shot because the Chiefs won. I think that's why. Because the Bengals had no shot at the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but they still had a shot at the 2 seed, though.
But
If they beat you guys.
yeah, so against us, yeah, I get that. But
Like, yeah, they should have to go to Kansas City if they play them, but
Yeah.
they shouldn't have to go to Buffalo.
but the
I
thing
agree.
is, is like, but then you talk about the Bills. I
We
guess
got-
if the
we
Bills,
got
if the
gifted
Bills
the
would have
2 seed.
lost, they wouldn't have got the 1 seed anyway. So
We got gifted the 2 seed though.
not really.
Yeah.
Because we should have been the 1 seed. We won our last game. If we beat the Bengals, there's no argument we're the 1 seed. And
That's
you can't
true.
say either. I mean, both of us
It-
marched down the field and scored. It wasn't like it was going either way.
They should have did a neutral site for that.
You guys
game,
got a
too.
field goal and they got a touchdown.
Yeah, but it was one. It was one
and,
drive.
and they were across midfield.
It was one drive.
It was only 14-3.
And it would have been 14-10.
You can't just say you guys marched. You guys
No,
both
what do you mean?
marched
What do you mean?
down
They were at
and scored.
midfield. They could have got a field goal. We were at midfield.
I know,
one
but
time.
you said you left out. Like, say somebody didn't watch the game. You're like, we both marched down and scored.
I don't think it.
They got a touchdown.
I don't think it matters. Though it was one drive of the game.
I'm just saying they were winning and driving. You can't just say like
In the
they shouldn't
first
just be the
quarter.
3 seed and have to come to Buffalo.
No,
I
it
agree.
should be. It should be. It
They
should
should
be a
do
neutral site.
They
Yeah.
should.
It
When
should
they
be.
when they were planning for the 1 seed, they should have planned for the 2 seed too.
And another thing I think probably came into effect was like, okay, the Bills were basically the 1 seed all year, and then like their player gets
Not
hurt.
all year.
They were the 1 seed. What do you mean? Were they not the 1 seed?
When Miami
We
was
were-
at the top of the division.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Kansas
for like
City
2
was
weeks,
for a
yeah.
while.
So all year, but
You're welcome,
fucking
buddy.
2
Until
weeks.
Cincy beat Kansas City. That's when you guys took over the 1 seed.
No, because we were tied with Kansas City. We were tied with Kansas City, and the Dolphins were tied with us, but they had the tiebreaker. And then the Dolphins lost. We took over the division, and then we were tied with Kansas
You
City.
guys
we had
weren't
the
tied with
tiebreaker.
Kansas City until Cincy beat them.
Really?
Yeah. Because you guys had the tiebreaker the whole time, and that's why you guys weren't the 1 seed.
But I thought we weren't the
had
1 seed because we were second in our division. So technically, Miami was above us.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because once Cincinnati
needed
beat
Cincinnati. We needed
Kansas City, I remember
Kansas
how
City to lose a
excited you guys all were. Like, that was your time.
Oh,
People
yeah,
came
because-
out for the
yeah,
game.
and then what's it called? Beat Miami. That's how we.
Yeah, San Fran beat Miami, right? Yeah. But I mean, either way, they've been planning so hard for the Buffalo Kansas City location. It's like they just already know that's going to be the AFC Championship. Like, they're going so hard to find out where they're going to play.
It's Atlanta.
I don't. I think they just want to be prepared. I don't think they know that because it's very possible the Bengals beat us. But that's like another thing. It's like the Chiefs get a bye week. They don't have to play us or the Bengals week 2.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
huge.
if they get the Chargers, like they've almost lost to the Chargers twice this year.
I don't want them to get the Jags.
No.
Think about the fact that Mike
Jags-
Williams isn't playing, though.
Mike Williams isn't playing this week.
Right, but think
Did
about
they say
why,
he's out
though.
already?
Yeah.
They
You
say
know why
out
he's
for-
not playing?
Why?
Because their coach decided to play their starters in a game that meant nothing.
Oh yeah, and he got hurt. Yeah,
And then
he
at
got hurt.
halftime, when you would think after his player got hurt, he would pull them. They were still out there.
And then they lost anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, to me, that was horrible. It was one of the worst coaching moves I've seen in a while.
I feel like that dude is a decent coach too. I'm surprised he did that.
No, he sucks.
Yeah, he makes a
He
lot of weird
sucks.
decisions.
He's gonna be.
They could have tied last year and went to the playoffs, and he called the timeout.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Vegas
that's
ended up
right.
hitting that field goal.
They were pissed.
And he doesn't like Justin Herbert is on the same tier as Joe Burrow. He's a better athlete than Joe Burrow. He's like what you want from Justin Herbert is to make that jump and be in the same conversation as Mahomes and Allen. And he won't be with that coach. That coach wants him to be in the pocket all the time. They don't do like big plays unless Herbert extends it and like does it on his own. He does not. They don't call plays to like maximize Herbert. Like you look at the difference between Allen before
Does he call their
Dable
plays?
and Allen after Dable, and then you look at Herbert, who has just never been given that same leash. It's like you're just sitting here wasting Herbert's talent. I mean, I get they were hurt a lot this year, and maybe
Does what's his name, Staley?
Yeah.
Does he call their plays?
I don't know 100%, but
because you can't just like put that on him if he's not the
Yeah,
But
but
if-
he's
if
the
the
head
guy
guy.
who
He's
is-
got to
Yeah,
make
it's a
that
yeah,
decision.
you got to be like, listen, you need to
They
open
got
shit
Eckler,
up for our
bro.
guy.
That's all they need. Give to
But
Eckler.
like knowing Mike Williams is always hurt, Keenan Allen's hurt, Justin Herbert's hurt. Those guys should have never seen the field.
Give him a bye week.
I get had the first couple quarters, like the Bills did the first couple quarters last year. I get that you don't want to be. We've seen teams that were like juggernauts suck in the first round of the playoffs because they took too much time off. I get a couple reps, like a quarter, 2 quarters, but there's no reason they should be out there in the second half. I don't know if you remember, but like the Cardinals, like when Bolden was still there, they were out of the. I don't know if they were out of the playoffs or what, but they were down by like 30 points, and they kept them in there, and threw a last-second Hail Mary, and Bolden got a concussion.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like the most ridiculous thing I've ever. They had Kurt Warner in there who had troubles with concussions and shit. Down by 30, game meant nothing, and like you just.
But if their season was over, at least that makes sense. This dude's now going into a playoff
I don't think their
game.
season was over.
Like, he's going into a playoff game now without Mike Williams. Like, if Mike Williams was playing, I really think the Chargers would have a huge edge to win. Now I think this opens the door for Jacksonville.
Yeah, and Jacksonville's been hot. Like, I think I want to see the I want to see Jacksonville win because like it's just like a cool story. But I would rather see the Chargers win because I think that's gonna be a way better like divisional round.
It's
game.
cool that Lawrence and Herbert are facing off for both their playoff debuts. I think makes for a fun matchup.
Yeah, and that's like it's just gonna be like a good week next week, no matter who wins. Unless somehow the Ravens find a way to win, because you're gonna have like Burrow versus Allen, or like Herbert versus Mahomes, or like Lawrence versus Mahomes. If Lawrence like actually like, say Lawrence drops 300 and beats the Chargers, like,
which he definitely can.
yeah, 100% can. So I think the AFC, the playoffs are definitely gonna be fun no matter what. But it just sucks as Bills fans and as Bengals fans that like these dudes.
The
just,
Bengals really got the short end of the stick though.
I think both of us got the short end of the stick because
the
one of us
Bengals,
was
though-
gonna win that game.
Yeah, but I'm saying the only chance the Bengals had to do anything was that game.
At least the Bills get to go into a dome too, instead of playing at home in the AFC Championship. I don't know that that's an advantage to you guys.
I think it's just even. I think it's cool that it's just
The only thing you guys are missing out on is that they have a bye.
yeah, which we need.
Like,
I mean,
you guys have a bye technically, but like players could still get hurt.
Yeah.
Miami might do some dirty shit trying to take someone out or something, but
All right, well let's do predictions. We'll do predictions for this week, and then we'll do the All-Pro team. So the first game of the week is tomorrow at 4:30.
yes sir.
Seahawks 49ers.
Could have been Green Bay and 49ers.
which would have been a lot more fun. Seahawks have just kind of been shitty at the end of the year.
That'd been like a revenge game for y'all too.
It would have been one time we beat them. We weren't supposed to.
I don't know if you guys would beat them. Fuck. You lost to the Lions.
You think Mahomes is better than Brock Purdy?
Huh?
You think Mahomes is better than Brock Purdy?
Shut the fuck up.
Have you seen what Brock Purdy's
Brock
done?
Purdy's been going crazy. He has.
Can I get an apology
crazy.
or something?
No, I told you a year, bro. I told you a year.
Yeah, but bro, when he wins
Wait,
the Super
real
Bowl,
quick.
can you
If
say?
he wins the Super Bowl, 100%.
Can I?
If he makes
real
the Super
quick,
Bowl, I will give you an apology.
Okay.
I've been just talking.
Even though Garoppolo made the Super Bowl.
Do you think it's up in the air though that Brock Purdy can take this job from Trey Lance?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Think
I
about
would
that
have
shit.
said absolutely not. a couple
That
weeks
shit's
ago,
definitely in the air.
Think about the thing I sent you guys where he's like first in the NFL in touchdowns, yards per pass.
Yeah.
Hasn't lost a single game. Like, it's been
It's
really
nice,
impressive
huh?
what he's done. Obviously, it's a great team and a great system, but he looks good.
I'm pretty sure since he started, or I was reading. Remember, I was telling you earlier in the car. There's some kind of stat where Josh Allen has like 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, or 3 picks, and Mahomes has 12 touchdowns, 3 or 4 picks. It's one of them got 3 or 4, the other one's got 3 or 4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Purdy's just got 13 and 3 in the same amount of time. I don't know. It's just funny to me.
Bro, if you bet.
My boy ain't got nothing to lose. He just comes out there and balls.
That's a fact, and that's why I want to see, like, next year.
And
he comes out, it's his starting job. He's got Trey Lance behind him, and now they're like, you need to win games.
Yo, just hear me out, though.
You're not just
It's
Mr.
not-
Irrelevant anymore.
Yeah, but it's not like, like a lot of people be like, there's no tape on him. There's a lot of tape on him, and he still just goes out there.
I wouldn't say there's a lot, but
This
I
is
get
his
it.
second time facing Seattle, so
We'll
they
see this
definitely
in-
don't have an excuse.
I think the team's just better than Seattle, but we'll see, like, if they beat Seattle round 2, they play the Eagles because they're, like, the lowest seed.
Seattle?
No, Seattle would play the Eagles, but
San Fran's the 2 seed.
San Fran would play.
Well, it depends because
Bucks, Dallas,
those
or
matchups can go
Giants,
either
or-
way. So
Yeah.
San Fran would play. Well, if Minnesota wins, they play Minnesota. But if the Giants win, they would play Dallas or Tampa.
Yeah.
And then
So
the
the
Eagles-
Seahawks and the Giants.
What?
They might play the Seahawks and the Giants. That's fun. That's crazy. You just like look on one side. You got like I guess the Dolphins fucking suck now because they don't have Tua. But like you look on one side. Let's just say. Never mind. Everyone's hurt, so my
Yeah, if
point.
Lamar
My
and
point's
Tua
moot.
was in, your point
Yeah,
would've
my
been-
point's
yeah.
my point's moot. But
The
you're
AFC's
looking
loaded.
you're looking like Joe Burrow's got to go to like the Ravens, and then he's got to play the Bills, and then this guy might have to play fucking Seattle and New York. It's just ridiculous.
Well, he can't play New York.
I thought you said he could
No, if New York wins,
the Eagles
the
play New
Eagles
York.
get that.
because they would be the lowest seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So then they would get Dallas or the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't really
Which would
see.
be tough. That would be tough. That's not too easy. I get that. Okay.
I don't see a way Seattle can really win. San Fran's rush defense is way too good.
And that's only
They're just so much stronger and more physical in Seattle. I just think it's going to be like a beatdown.
Joey Bosa's gonna fucking.
Dude, you ever hear that dude talk?
He's a MAGA guy.
Dude, he just is real calm, cool, and collect. He's like, I just want to hit the quarterback, man. Just like that. That's what he says.
He's
He
a
just
man.
go out there and do the shit.
Yeah, but on the field, he's a fucking
I
savage.
know.
Yeah.
What does he do? He goes,
savage.
what does he do? He does some weird shit after he gets a sack.
He be throwing people.
You think Seattle has a chance?
No.
Elmer
I was just asking
technique.
if you guys think that there's some kind of possibility that they win.
I think the only chance they really have is if, for one, somehow they can open up the run game, which nobody can do versus San Fran, and if Purdy really is nervous as hell, turns the ball over a couple times, doesn't make any plays.
Purdy hasn't looked nervous one time yet.
No, he hasn't.
Dude, he literally look out there. He just looks like
This is a new season. I feel like it's just like the playoffs is just a new season, though.
He's got something
Yeah.
to lose now.
Like everything that he's done means nothing up until this now.
yeah, guys.
going into this
if he
game.
has a game that you would expect from a 7th round QB before all these games, then if he throws like 3 picks. But even I could see him throwing 3 picks and Seattle only winning by 3 points.
I can
'Cause
see
just don't
San
think they're
Fran
gonna do
still
anything
winning that
on
kind of game, but I think if Purdy manages the game the way he has, then you'll see a blowout.
Debo's supposed to play, right?
Yeah, he played last week.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think that San Fran has a team that, dude. If you guys really think about it, it's insane.
If they
they
had
have
a
the best
top
team
10
probably in the league.
quarterback,
They don't need a top 10 quarterback.
you gotta let me finish. If they had a top 10 quarterback, they'd be talked about as one of the greatest teams of all time.
Oh yeah.
Like Purdy, when Purdy's playing
This
the way he's
Purdy-led
playing,
team could be the greatest team
if he
of all
keeps
time.
if he keeps playing like he's a top 5 quarterback, then absolutely, like this is like one of the greatest teams of all time. I mean, like their offensive line, They have an all-pro on their offensive line, plus a bunch of solid guys. They have Debo, who is an all-pro talent, but has been hurt all year, but people are just acting like he's like not even top 10 anymore. You got fucking Brandon Ayuk. Dude, there's nothing. There's
the
nothing
best running back
do.
in tight
Kittle,
end,
McCaffrey.
One of the best tight ends, one of the best running backs.
Kittle blew,
Maybe the best running back.
Kittle blew Kelsey out the last 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Like,
Kittle blew everyone out.
obviously
Purdy
not
loves that
saying
dude.
he's better than Kelsey, but
He's one of the best tight ends easily in the league. So.
yeah, there's just not a weakness there.
Yeah, and then their defense has like 4 all-pros on it.
Even say you got like
Their
a
defense is
say you go up
fucking
against
filthy.
Yeah.
I mean they're not going to go up against Myles Garrett obviously, but say they go up against a guy like Myles Garrett and like even up against a guy like Myles Garrett, you have an all-pro tackle, and then you could just put Kittle on that side, and you're just getting doubled by 2 of the best blockers in the league.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh well, now they lose one of their best receivers. Like, no, I still have Debo, Christian McCaffrey, Kirk, random guys like Juwan Jennings who are just gonna be open down
Plus
the field.
Big P. Fuck.
Dude, shut the. They're unreal, dude. Like
Yeah.
if he can play in the playoffs like he played in the regular season, I don't see how anyone could beat them.
All right, let me ask you this question real quick before we move on. Do you think if San Fran's like we're still Trey Lance, do you think a team goes and trades for Purdy?
No, because they don't even let Garoppolo go this year. They're going to think
They tried to let Garoppolo go this year. Nobody wanted to pay for him.
Yeah, but the reason they wanted so much, and the reason they didn't cut him, and the reason they weren't, you got to think about it. If you think Trey Lance is going to start the whole year, fuck, I'll take a 5th-round pick. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting a 5th-round pick. They know, like, one, the way Trey Lance plays, even if he has a healthy season, he still might miss 2 or 3 weeks. If Brock Purdy wins 2 playoff games, you have to start Brock Purdy next year.
Over Trey Lance?
Yes. That's coming from me, who was talking all that shit about a 7th-round quarterback against a 1st-round quarterback. If he wins 2 playoff games, you have to start him next year. If he wins 1 playoff game, I still think you should start him, but it's up in the air. If he wins 2 playoff games, why the fuck are you starting Trey Lance?
Yeah, especially if he plays well in the playoffs.
I just think though you put your number 3 pick on this quarterback, you have to keep trying him. The only thing that scares me though is he hasn't played football.
And
when he does,
he looks like a mistake. His throwing.
Yeah, but that's not fair because
it's not fair. I get it.
You
but
can't
life's
just
not
say
fair.
that. Well, you can't just say that he didn't play the first year.
Yeah.
And then he came in his first. He played 2 or 3 games in the regular, like his first season. So like he really hasn't played pro football.
But now you have to look on the flip side.
Yeah, but look at all these other dudes. Like just for instance, Josh Allen had a terrible start to the year, and
his
rookie career, and now he's really good. He had to get used to the thing. A lot of the only quarterback that I can really think of is like Mahomes. He came in and just crushed, right? And Lamar.
Well, he sat his first year, but his first game started crushing. But what I'm saying is you also have to look at it from the team standpoint. Next year is the last year on Lance's contract. You have to pick up the 5th, so that technically
it would be 4, would it?
It's his 4th year, right?
This is his 2nd year.
No, this would be his.
Next year would be his 3rd year. You're right. Yeah. So next year would be his 3rd year.
Is it?
So if Lance sucks, say Lance has a year like Josh Allen, he makes some plays, he looks like he's got some potential, but overall bad. You're just sitting Brock Purdy, who just won you 2 playoff games, to see what if Lance comes in his 4th year, which would be his last year before you have to pick up his option, and you're coming into the year wondering, like, is he going to develop like Josh Allen and be good his 2nd year, or is he just going to continue to suck and we just wasted 2 years of Brock Purdy? When you have a guy who wins 2 playoff games in this hypothetical scenario, I just don't see why you're taking the risk on a guy like Lance. They were taking the risk on a guy like Lance because they had Garoppolo for him to wait behind. He comes in his 2nd year. Who fucking knows how good he is his 2nd year? But at this point, bro, you're 4 years removed from playing football. 3 years removed from playing football. He didn't play his senior year of college. Didn't play his first year of his career in the NFL, and he played 2 games this year. Or one, he got hurt the first game, didn't he?
2nd game.
Was it the 2nd game?
He lost to the Bears week 1.
Oh, yeah, like 130 yards or something. Yeah, and then so he's played one game.
The first game was
rain and stuff.
It wasn't just rain. It was
like like a hurricane. I get it, but I don't see why you take that risk. I get it. Lance has like, I don't know. I just think Lance is gonna be a bust now. It sucks to say that, but like
they should keep both. I just feel like that's a.
I do. Because you're not getting anything for Lance.
Well, you would.
How much do you think? How much are you gonna get for Lance?
The
3rd round
will
pick.
Probably pay for Lance.
No.
Why
For
wouldn't they?
a 3rd round. What are you gonna get? 3rd
What
round
pick
pick?
do the Panthers have?
No, they would get a 1st.
Then they didn't give up a 1st for Mayfield, did they?
Hell no.
They gave up like what, a
They gave up
4th,
5th?
5th?
Yeah.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they'll just draft a healthy younger
That's a
quarterback.
fact.
Well, they can't. They don't have unless they trade up.
They're not high enough.
I remember looking because the Bears are probably going to trade.
I'm
Because
just
that's
saying
what I
if-
want to do next
if
week. I want to start talking about the
The
drafts.
Texans might. I just feel like any of these teams could just go get Trey Lance.
So yeah,
No,
Texans.
they have all their picks though.
The Texans are going to draft
Like,
CJ
why would
Stroud
the
or
Texans not take Bryce Young
That's a
or
fair point.
CJ Stroud? But
Yeah.
I think Bryce
Bryce
Young's
Young, yeah.
amazing. But
CJ Stroud had that playoff
he
game.
looked good in the playoff.
You think about it. We're not going to talk too much about it. CJ Stroud over 300 yards, loses by 1 on a crazy last second play. Then they go and fucking beat TCU by 56 points or whatever.
Yeah,
Like so, it
65-7.
makes Stroud look that much better. But so
TCU suck. I couldn't believe how bad they were.
I didn't think they belonged there. I couldn't believe when
Yeah.
they beat.
They didn't belong there.
I looked at her. I said, "Yo, there will never be another school like this in the championship. I don't care if they're adding nothing."
I can't believe they beat Michigan. Honestly, Michigan
sucks. The Big
Michigan
Ten
chokes
sucks,
a
too.
lot. Like,
The
but
SEC should be its own league, but that's something we can talk about another time. They're just so much better.
yeah, it's like the
It's not even
NFL.
close,
Like
yeah.
light. Well, it's like something like 10 of the last 12 national champions
Probably,
are like
yeah.
SEC, and it's like Clemson and
In Ohio State.
Ohio
Zeke.
State. Yeah. So the Texans definitely taking a QB. Cardinals aren't going to take QB. Colts going to take QB. So right there, unless they trade up. Seahawks wouldn't. Lions would. Assuming
the
one-
Seahawks could.
might.
You think so?
I think they could.
I don't.
They
see
could.
why-
I don't
It's not
think
like
they
Gino's
will.
Gino's
really
showing
young,
flashes.
right?
He's like 29, 30.
Who?
Gino? No way. I feel like he's been in the league forever.
He's definitely 20 something
He's
or
got to be
30
30
something.
something.
He's got to be like 33.
He's 32.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say if he was 29 or something, I guess I could respect it. But
Gino was showing flashes of old Gino though. I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, at the end of the year, like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Go back to the Brock Purdy thing though. Like Gino was like top 5 in every metric for the first 11 weeks of the season, and then just trashed the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, but he used to be trash.
But the thing is with Gino is you
Brock
don't
Purdy never played in the NFL and was just like,
Okay,
wow, this
get-
guy's trash.
get back to the Trey Lance thing. You don't know. The man played for the Jets where everyone's been trash.
But he played.
He left, and as soon as he got an opportunity in Seattle, was good.
But
Everyone,
the last team he played for was the Jets.
he's been
No,
like a
he played
backup
for,
at the Giants.
Yeah.
And he actually had. I think he won it. I think he only played like one game. I don't know. But
I respect it. He beat
he played. He
Drew
played.
Lock
good.
out of it. He didn't even beat Daniel Jones out of a job.
Dale Jones on shit.
I just think Seattle goes. I mean, there might. I think Chicago.
Well, they don't have to go quarterback right there. They could always take a quarterback later in the draft or something.
Yeah,
my
I don't
friend
think they're
Dugan.
taking. I don't think they're taking a risk on Will Levis when there's going to be like a lot of
it was
top-notch
Levi's.
guys there.
Is
Levi,
Levis?
what the fuck his name is? I don't
I'm
care.
asking.
Where's Carolina though?
Carolina is. There's no way they're going to 9th unless they trade
I'm pretty
up.
sure I saw them getting Anthony Richardson in a mock.
Oh yeah, Anthony Richardson
Be like
did
the
jump
new,
up.
Yeah, it'd be like a new Cam for them.
I guess it's a popular opinion now, but I was starting to think. I was like, the only quarterback I would take a risk on, other than the top 2 guys, is Anthony Richardson.
Me too.
Because he's like a Trey Lance, where it's like he might fucking blow, but like if he figures it out, he's the only guy with the physical tools to really be a playmaker in the NFL.
Yeah, he's got all the tools.
If I'm Carolina, I would take that. I like that pick. So maybe they get Anthony Richardson, but they're not getting the top 2 guys. But they're not. Why? Yeah, like he said,
The
why go
Saints
for
could trade
Lance?
For Trey Lance.
If Lance wasn't coming off an injury, I could see somebody like. Well, then Purdy wouldn't be in. but
Yeah.
I could see somebody paying for it. But now it's like you said. Now he's 3 years from playing and coming off of an injury.
That's what's scary.
It all depends how Purdy looks in the playoff games, but
I don't know how you could just bench him. That's the only thing.
if Brock Purdy's good, right? They're gonna say it's a quarterback battle. But if Brock Purdy wins 2 playoff games, you gotta
Especially if
play
he's
him.
throwing for like 300 yards. Say he loses
Yeah.
like a shootout to Jalen Hurts or Brady or Dak or whatever.
No, but what I'm
But
saying
what
is,
I'm saying is it does not, unless someone offers them a first-round pick or a high second, there's no reason to trade Lance because if Purdy gets hurt, you want Lance behind him, and you're paying Lance like $8 million a year, which
No,
is
you're
what
right, you're
normal
right.
people pay backups anyway.
there's got to be a team though that would want to trade a first for him.
Why? I mean, if you don't
It's
get
just he just the same reason people keep getting Baker. The same reason.
Yeah,
if-
but they're getting
But
him
those
for
guys thought
fifths
they
and
were-
sixth too, though.
and they also the Panthers also thought like we got a good defense. If we get a good quarterback back here, maybe we can make a playoff run. And they almost made a playoff run anyway with 3 different starting quarterbacks.
But they
So,
also gave up a fifth, though.
yeah.
that's
Not a first. That's the difference.
We'll have to see.
Let's see how Purdy plays first.
Yeah,
If he
that's a
shits
fact.
the bed and loses to Seattle, then
Yeah, if he loses his first playoff game, there's no. I think
just don't
Lance
it's
walks
possible
in.
for San Fran to lose to Seattle.
That's what I'm. If
Yeah.
Purdy loses to
But
Seattle with that surrounding
it's
cast,
still like how if
How
he
he
comes out and
plays.
throws like 3 picks and they win like 16-13,
Right.
then
Or McCaffrey just goes off. The only thing is that I wonder if like it will play into effect. Like, what if he gets 300 yards from, and 200 of them are just like screens to McCaffrey?
yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to see how he plays too, not just.
I'm curious to see how he plays next week. I don't think they'll lose this week.
Yeah, me either. That's what I want to see too.
the thing that is making me come around on Purdy is that he's not just doing it the way Nick Mullins and them did it with the screens and stuff. Like he's extending.
I'm impressed
he's
with Purdy.
not extending the play. He's taking shots. Like he's not just dinking dunking all the time. So that's why I'm like,
He's leading in yards per
attempt.
since he's
Yeah.
been, since he
Just
started.
dump touchdowns out there.
yeah, like he looks like a playmaker.
pooping
He
touchdowns.
looks like a playmaker. He is
First in
pooping touchdowns.
First in pass yards per attempt.
It's fucking nuts, man.
Where my original argument was like Nick Mullins did this, but Nick Mullins, you watch those games, he wasn't doing. He wasn't doing. He might have had similar stats, but he wasn't doing.
My
this.
son Brock Purdy goes out there and looks like a
He does.
quarterback.
He does.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be saying how I'm wrong.
can't
I
wait.
hope I am. I hope I am. I like.
Now you like now you like now.
Bro, I never.
7th round pick. He can't do anything. He sucks.
I never.
Where? That was you.
This
That
dude-
was fucking you. And now it's if he wins 2 jobs, he can just take Trey Lance's
dude-
job. You heard?
This dude Joe
I'm
be
sick of your shit.
twisting my shit
There's
so
no
much.
twisting. That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
You said because he was a 7th round pick, the last pick of the draft, he can't be good.
Yeah, I did say that.
I know you said that.
I didn't say I didn't.
And now look at him.
I didn't say I didn't
Now
want.
we're
him.
talking about how he leads the NFL.
I did not say I did not want him to be good. You can go back and listen. I actually said I hope you're right. I hope that Mr. Irrelevant can end up being a good quarterback. I said that. I just thought I said I didn't think he would, which I said I would admit I was being wrong.
No, you didn't say you think. You said he has no chance to. And I will go back and
Yeah, go ahead. And I probably said that,
I know you said that.
but I didn't
now
say.
we're talking about he can take Trey Lance's job. He might do this. He can win a couple
I did not
playoff
say-
games. He
I-
might go to the Super Bowl.
I did not say.
Super Bowl MVP.
I did
But he
not.
won't start next year. That's what you told me.
I did.
He will not be starting on no NFL team next year.
Joe,
Just accept you're wrong, please.
I might be
Just
wrong.
say it. Be like, yo, I was wrong.
I
I'm
will
sorry.
say it when I'm wrong.
Oh my god.
I'm
dude,
willing.
you're
I'm
fucking
willing
wrong
to admit
now.
when I'm wrong. I'm not wrong now because he's not starting in a year, and that's what I said.
Fired up, man.
I know you're fired up. I hope he does. I hope that he's good. And we were talking about Mr. Irrelevant, guy who he like had to walk on at Iowa State or whatever the fuck he did, and
Now look at him.
yeah, I hope so. I do.
Number 2 seed.
I hope he's good.
So moving on into Saturday night primetime.
Let's do Joe would kiss Brock Purdy.
No, dude. I'm just you were just telling me how we had no shot, and that shit pissed me off because you didn't know anything
Okay,
about
listen,
this dude.
Listen,
We never seen him play in a playoff or
Joe,
NFL
I've seen
game.
you 100 times talk about why can't this 5th round person be good? Blah blah blah. You're right this time, and now you're yelling it from the hills. But like,
I'm right a lot of times.
not about quarterbacks after the 5th round because this is the first one since Tom Brady.
This is the first time I ever argued one, and guess what? I was right
I don't think this is the first time you argued one.
about a 5th round quarterback. Yes.
Oh, Matt Corral. I mean, Corral's what, 3rd?
He's been hurt though.
Third
He
or
never even
fourth.
got a chance
Third or
to
fourth.
play,
He's
and I
gonna
didn't
suck.
say he was going to be the best. I said I liked him.
You were gonna draft him in the 1st round of Dynasty, dude. People don't forget. All right.
Mackerel sucks.
So
God.
Tell you guys that much.
Attack.
Sam Howell looked all right.
Sam Howell did look pretty good.
He did look good. I don't like the way it looks though.
You should fight Sam Howell. He cost you $400.
He just threw a bomb to Terry. If he didn't throw that bomb, I was good.
No one else would have done that. Heineke would have done it, but he would have missed it by like 10 yards.
I said open the drive. First play of the game, touchdown McLaurin. I was like, oh.
All right. So Chargers Jaguars is next. That could be either really a good game or really
It might be the
boring
best game of the week.
or it could be the worst.
Nah.
I could see like Lawrence.
It's got to be a competitive game. There's
think?
some bad, yeah, there might be some blowouts.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you guys.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be the worst game of the week.
I hate the way the Chargers play. I really don't think they can win. I'm starting to feel like that.
You're going with Jacksonville?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't want to just like say that's what I'm doing, but man, if you watch how the Chargers
It's boring.
play, dude, it's worse than it's not just boring. If something happens to Eckler or they figure out a way to contain Eckler, they're done.
They should be such an exciting team to watch as well, and they're not.
Which is what I'm talking about with Staley. Like, Staley's going to keep his job because, like, the same thing with Mike McCarthy, like, back in the day. You got Justin Herbert. You're going to find a way to win 10, 11 games. Can't fire a guy after he wins 11 games, which is always the excuse with McCarthy. That guy won a Super Bowl 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be the same thing.
Jacksonville's defense, too, like, they play. They ball out.
It's crazy because they either, like, they'll hold you to 13 points or they'll let you score 41. They're like,
maybe they say the Chargers do score a lot. They'll make a play.
Yeah, they'll make some
They make a play. They make plays.
Who's that guy that dropped 52 on you?
Come on,
Rashad Jenkins.
Yeah,
he had to throw some kind of jab at me.
He makes plays all the time. I just remembered 52, and I was like, he made some plays after that too. So
Yeah, he's a beast.
yeah,
What do you
Josh
think of the
Allen.
game?
I'm kind of rooting for the Chargers because I want them to beat the Chiefs.
They can't beat the Chiefs, man.
Dude, they only lost by what, a touchdown, and what was the second game?
me
That was in the
tell you
regular season.
Shut the
And
fuck
still
up.
lost both times.
They can't even win at home versus the Chiefs. You think they're going to be they're going to go to?
They probably got a
Arrowhead?
better chance on the road because their home field advantage sucks.
Yeah, it's probably the worst home field advantage in
Yeah.
football.
They have no chance to beat the Chiefs.
Be like, hey, did you hear about the college team playing over there, the Chargers? And they're like, no, they're the pros, honey. That's like
Our
a
best chance
wife.
is Lawrence.
I bought you tickets to the college game.
I don't know. I think the Chargers are going to win. I think it's going to be close, and I do think it could go either way. But I don't know. Unless ETN runs crazy on them because the Chargers' rush defense isn't great. But their pass D's really good. I think they can pressure Lawrence. I think their defense has also been playing really well. I just like the matchup for the Chargers. If Mike Williams was in, I would feel really good about it.
I'm going to say the Jags.
What do you think the score will be around? Like, what kind of game are you expecting?
27. Like, I think it's going to be really close, like 27-24, something like that.
Higher end, like 30 to 27 or something.
Like something real
that.
close?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really close. I think Herbert has more pressure on him because he's been in the league. He's had people like trying to anoint him as like a top 3 quarterback. Hasn't made the playoffs before this year. So now he's like, I made the playoffs. I got to win a playoff game where Lawrence is like essentially a rookie again. It's like it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Yeah, this is huge for Jacksonville
Yeah.
regardless. But, yeah, I don't know. I think Derwin James is going to come up with a big play. I think Eckler will have a good game. Keenan Allen will crush. I think it's going to be really close, though, as well, but I'm going to go with – I'll take the Chargers by like 3 or 4.
I'll take the Jags.
I can see. That's what I can see happening. The Jags win by 3, or the Chargers win by 4.
Not 3 though.
Huh?
Not 3 though.
Nah, I feel like that the Jags will be up 3 and they might score like the last touchdown or something like
Yeah.
that and be up 4.
It's good. I think it'll be a good game. I think it can go either way, though. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
I hope both of those games are really good because the Sunday games are gonna fucking suck.
And
No,
is it-
the 4 o'clock on Sunday is going to be fun. It was good in the regular season.
I don't know if
The over-under's like 48.
It's
be
a
all right.
playoff game though. I don't know, man. I could see him like slowing it down, some and just being
Who?
terrible. Some of the Vikings.
they're not. There's no
The
way
Viking-
that we're getting the Vikings game.
The Vikings Giants. No, the Bills. I mean, we're always going
Yeah,
to say
start
the
with-
Bills, right? There's really nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how you can pick Miami. Skylar Thompson, I don't even see how he's a quarterback.
He's worse than fucking Anthony Brown.
He's a Big 12 player, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, that's just going to be a blowout, dude.
What do you think the score is going to be? You think Miami's defense can keep it close at all?
I'm saying at least 17.
Like,
But like
27-10?
Can I tell you guys my prediction?
No, your prediction's going to be 64 to 12.
It might
That's
be-
exactly
It's
what it
never
is.
close.
it might be like 30-3.
No,
Yeah,
no lie
I
though.
really can see a blowout.
I can see everyone, like fuck, 13 points. The Bills never beat them by more than 3 this year.
Yeah.
Damn, they're getting 13 points. Let's take that.
Yeah, but who would want to take that?
56-0.
I just don't see how somebody can want to take
Tua had
that.
like the best like Tua. No, there's
Like
no
if
way.
Tua was in, the spread would be like
Yeah,
6.
yeah. There's just I
Now
don't
you guys
see
are the
how they
biggest
score a
favorites in
touchdown.
wild card history. This is the biggest spread in a wild
Is
card
it?
game, yeah.
It makes sense though. Dude, they have their backup in.
Yeah,
They
it's
have
basically
two
a
third stringer.
it's
Third
a
string
possible
quarterback
one
versus a
seed,
Super Bowl
one
favorite.
seed playing a wild card versus
Yeah.
a team that shouldn't be in the playoffs. But they did so well in the beginning of the year that
But even if it was either us or the Chiefs they were going to play, like they had zero possibility.
I just rather have seen the Steelers. Not even though you guys smoked them, and
I think the Steelers are better.
yeah, I mean with TJ Watt they're like 9-2. They've won like 4 games in a row.
And Pickett and Trubisky, as bad as they've looked at times, are way better than Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, that dude, I don't see how he's like a quarterback in the league. He has Waddle and Tyreek Hill and couldn't score a touchdown. Like, it doesn't
Even
make
when
sense.
How the
Tua
fuck
looks
doesn't
bad, he
Tyreek
still
score a touchdown on that? They should have just started handing him the ball.
Even Waddle though, somebody's got to make that dude's just that bad.
I think they'll throw some weird shit at us, so maybe they score a touchdown that way. Like maybe they like hit us with like a double end around, like Waddle fucking tosses it to Hill, and they like Hill breaks off a play.
Jeff Wilson is he starting?
Mostert ran all over you guys, so I would assume
I thought he was hurt.
Oh, they're dead then.
Wilson was hurt when Mostert ran all over us.
No, Mostert. Isn't Mostert hurt now?
I don't fucking know.
They're dead.
They're done. I mean, the only way they score a touchdown, I think, is like
Sean Payne and Brady are going there next year.
I'll be sick.
That was
no, I won't. Brady fucking sucks, dude. I don't give a shit. We're gonna.
It might just be.
I hope Brady does come there expecting like, oh, I got Sean Payton. I'm gonna run the
though.
AFC East and we just smack his shit. I hope he comes back. Please come back when you're 46. The dude lost like 2 total games in AFC East history. Just leave, bro. Don't ruin your fucking legacy. You made the playoffs 2 years in a row. Cool.
What if he came and just swept you guys?
He won't. There's zero possibility, dude. He will not.
Waddle, Brady, Peyton.
That would be the worst thing that ever happened to fucking Tyreek. Tyreek's gonna be like, bro, I'm open 30 yards down the field, and he's like, I can only throw 27 now.
He be bombing them shits to Mike Evans, and Mike Evans be dropping them shits.
He's got like 4 of those all year in him. Fuck, dude, he can't. Just stop. We'll talk about it when we get to the Buccaneers, dude. But so the fucking Bills are gonna annihilate the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be bad.
Giants Vikings, I just think is gonna.
It's gonna be good.
Dude, it's gonna be one of the best.
It was
games.
a good game in the regular season like 2 weeks ago,
I told him this too.
and now the over/under is like 48. It should be good. Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones. One of them will be in the second round of the playoffs. Well, Rodgers didn't even make it.
Saquon,
Doesn't make
Justin
sense.
Jefferson.
Yeah, Delvin Cook, Isaiah Hodgins.
Hodgins, that guy, bro.
Hawkinson.
That could be our number 2 right now. Like our wide receiver problems could be solved, but instead we kept Jake Kumaro to block on special teams.
Hey man, that's important.
Fuck no, it's not.
He probably set Hines free on those.
Naeem Hines is scoring anyway, dude.
Who you got in that game?
You see Isaiah Hodgins eating with Daniel Jones? Did you see Isaiah Hodgins play way better than Jake Kumaro in the preseason? And we're just like, oh no, you're good. You're good.
I didn't see it.
Go on the fucking practice squad, buddy. Let's keep Jake Kumaro.
I want that Khalil Shakir kid to get a job. I like that kid.
I just want if our wide receivers catch the ball, we're winning the Super Bowl. If they don't, we're not. That's what it's going to come down to.
I'll tell you right
There's
now.
There's going to be a big third.
Rush all playoffs.
There's going to be a big third down. We're going to have to throw the Davis because they're doubling Diggs. And if he catches it, we're going to win the game. And if he drops it, we're going to lose it. That's what it's going to come down to. I guarantee
Let me tell you something, buddy.
They're not doubling Diggs.
What do you mean? That's exactly what they did last year, and Davis has been fucking
exactly.
poop.
So now they will not just double Diggs.
Why wouldn't they?
Because
If you're playing the Bills, what else are you worried about? Other than Josh Allen versus Diggs. Make them throw to Davis, make him catch the ball. He leads the league in drop percentage. Why would you give it to fucking McKenzie? I'm doubling Diggs every single play. Even if Davis scores 3 touchdowns on my head, I'm still doubling him. Why not?
Because Davis will make the plays.
I hope he does. But I would rather worry about Davis than Diggs.
Or Knox. Knox been on fire.
Facts. Knox is going to score the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Double Diggs. Josh Allen will run for 300 yards.
I hope so, man. But if I'm a defense, that's what I'm doing. So who are you guys picking? Vikings, Giants.
It's going to be really close.
I'm going to pick the Giants.
I'm going to pick the Vikings. Just been in all these games, and they just always come out on top. I'm picking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Giants.
Vikings just got more firepower. Greg Joseph can't miss in big moments. He should be the all-pro kicker. I don't know why people are picking Jason Myers, but
Carlson was on the one I seen.
I saw Jason Myers was the player one.
Yeah, I'll probably man, that game's gonna be really close. I think, anyways. Fuck. I think I'll go Minnesota. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll probably just go Minnesota. They're home.
I'm going Minnesota.
But what do you think the score will be?
It's gonna be high. I think it's gonna be like 30-27.
What kind of game are you looking at?
I don't fucking know, man. I have no idea. It's still wild just looking at this.
I think the Giants got to slow the game down though.
They're gonna have to run all over. Yeah,
'cause Minnesota can score fast.
My thing is with the playoff games, it's like you see even bad coaches like you step it up a notch, and it's like double Diggs, take him out of the game. Just fucking stack the box. You stack the box against Barkley.
Can't.
Sure, Hodgins has been playing great. Make him win a playoff game.
Right. Yeah.
Make a guy who was a fuck.
Makes some plays. Yeah,
just
for sure.
Take the weapon out of the game.
And you can't just take Jefferson out of the game because they have Osborne's been on fire.
Yeah.
Delvin Cook, Hawkinson's been great. Thielen's still a good player.
Every time Jefferson has a bad game, Osborne has 100 yards.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota just because I do like their weapons a little bit more. But if Barkley goes crazy or Daniel Jones makes some big plays, I really wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of like what I said about the Jaguars game. You can go either way.
If I'm Minnesota's coach, if I'm Kevin O'Connell, I'm thinking the only way they beat us is if they keep us off the field. Stack the box against Barkley. If they score fast, whatever. Now we have we have another chance to score. Just try to get the offense on the field as much as possible. Just stack the box all fucking game. Now, if they go down 14-0, they can't really do that. But just try to get them off the field as fast as possible. Get Jefferson on the field. Get Cook on the field. Get Osborne on the field. Hockenson on the field, and hope something happens. I just think it's easier to shut down that Giants offense than. What are you going to do against the Vikings? If Kirk Cousins is playing good, what are you going to do?
Right, yeah, they have one of the best offenses in the league.
So I could see Kirk Cousins having a random Kirk Cousins performance and losing, but I'm going to take the Vikings.
I was just going to say it's going to be the only game on, so it's going to be primetime Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, they're at home at 4:30. I think it's a good time slot for him.
It's not dark. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They play in a dome anyway, but
and he sucks on the road too. Because we saw what he did in that Saturday game versus the Colts.
I just feel like he's going to choke, man. I really do.
He might. He beat Breeze, though, his last time in. He beat the Saints and then got eliminated by the Niners, which he's going to do again this year probably.
Ravens, Bengals. We're all taking Bengals.
No, you were saying you like the Ravens, right?
Nah, I didn't know that Broncos was playing.
Well, no, Huntley might play still.
If Huntley plays, I feel like...
I feel like they lose by 13, right? Instead of 30?
Here's my thing. The Ravens' defense is like they're just a bunch of dogs. So I feel like if they can like get their actual game going, like their run game, get Mark Andrews involved, they have a shot to win. That's all. I'm not saying they're gonna win. I like the Bengals. I just think they have a shot.
I really don't see it.
No.
I mean, if a seventh round quarterback could
Joe
be
Burrow's
good,
too good.
Joe
anything
Burrow
can
is
happen.
really good.
Like he's finally. I mean, he's even after going to the Super Bowl, it was more talk of it was like a fluke Super Bowl run or whatever you want to call it. But Joe Burrow is on Allen and Mahomes level. Like he's that dude, especially with the weapons he has around him. I just can't see him losing to.
Yeah, he's on Allen's level.
I just can't. But he has. What is he? 3-0 now against Mahomes.
Yeah.
He crushes Mahomes.
I can't see him losing to Huntley or Brown. If Lamar was playing and Lamar was healthy, absolutely.
I thought Lamar was going to play. I don't think Huntley can.
Has
win.
Lamar won a playoff game though? Like even if Lamar's
he
playing,
beat the Titans.
Oh yeah, he did beat the Titans. Yeah, but even if Lamar's playing, like I think that.
Well, they were still like 5-point dogs with the assumption that Lamar was playing.
Yeah,
but that's reasonable. Like I definitely could see them keeping the game close. Now they're 10-point dogs.
Yeah.
The only way the game's going to be close, where like Joe said, if for Baltimore to steal it, would have to be like a 13-10 game. Somehow their defense balls out and makes plays. Maybe the Bengals pass up a field goal, get stopped on a couple fourth downs.
That's all I was saying.
Fumble a couple punts or something. I just don't see how.
I'll say with
I just
Anthony
said
Brown.
There's a shot. I'm not saying I still think the Bengals win, but I think the Ravens have a shot.
If Anthony Brown plays, it's a 1% shot. If Tyler Huntley plays, it's about 4%. I would say.
We've seen crazy things happen in the playoffs,
Yeah,
so it's when Skylar Thompson and Anthony Brown meet in the AFC Championship, and we're just sitting here.
It's just what. Yo, shut the fuck up.
If that happens, I'll never watch football again.
I'll quit football.
I'll stop eating blue cheese. Like that's ridiculous.
Don't be careful what you wish for.
But yeah,
I won't.
Higgins had 1 for 7 last week. They still put up like 35 points. He'll probably crush this week.
It's gonna be. Yeah, there's just no way, dude.
Dude,
There's no way. Joe Burrow
it's just that
You heard what he said about a Super Bowl window?
has an offensive line now. The best wide receiver duo in the league, second best wide receiver duo in the league.
Who's first?
Yeah, who the fuck's
Hill,
first?
Waddle, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but fuck
Maybe,
that.
man.
I mean, I wouldn't say either way, but
They got the best trio,
they definitely have the best trio.
the best trio, best running back combo.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
Did you see what Burrow said about the Super Bowl, though?
No, what do you say?
They asked Joe Burrow, like obviously they went to the Super Bowl last year. They asked him what the window was for the Bengals to win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
He
Yeah.
said his whole career.
That's a fact, bro. He's a thug.
He's like
I love Joe
like
Burrow, man.
Yeah, I really like. I always like what he did at LSU and respect his talent, but I'm starting to love that dude. Like he's like turned into like the villain of the league. I don't know, like walking around with a cigar.
No, he's
Like,
not the villain. He's the anti-hero because because he says villain shit, but everyone loves him.
Yeah, that's
like-
fair.
Joe Burrow, like other than the Bill, I wish the Bengals were in the NFC because like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase are like my favorite players.
It'd
So,
be easier for you to root for him.
yeah, I can't.
But like
root-
last year, I was mad they made the Super Bowl. I didn't think they were better than Buffalo or Kansas City. And now this year, like I actually wouldn't mind seeing them like do it
They're
again.
there.
Yeah.
Those top 3 teams are all there. Like
Yeah.
if any combination of those top 3 teams play, I expect
If any
a
team
3-point game.
comes out of the AFC besides those 3 teams, I would be shocked.
There's just you can't. I mean, you'd have to have a fluke and then another fluke because
Yeah.
no one else is even close.
That's how the Bengals kind of made it last year with amazing kick in and timely turnovers. Like maybe the Chargers or Jacksonville could do
But
that.
they had that. I would say the
They own
Chargers.
the
The
Chiefs.
Chargers. If the Chargers have like a crazy run,
The Bengals own the Chiefs.
that's true. What I'm saying is like only the Chargers have. Like Mike Williams comes back, they're the only guys with the quarterback and the playmakers to like elevate their play
Yeah,
and
they
then
have Khalil
somehow
Mack
beat
and
those
Bosa.
guys.
Is Bosa
Yeah.
playing this week? Do you guys know?
I have
'Cause I'm pretty sure he got hurt last week playing meaningful time.
Really?
Yeah, another guy who's always hurt.
Yeah, the Chargers.
Yeah, he missed a
dead.
ton of time this year.
Chargers are not gonna win.
Yeah, so then that would bring the second ever Monday Night Wildcard game. The GOAT, Tom Brady.
Wait, the Bengals are the 3 seed.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know if he's gonna play because he missed 13 games.
Pretty sure he played last week though.
Oh, he's good. They announced he was playing last night.
Yeah, so having him, Khalil Mack, and Derwin James. I mean,
That dude's real good.
They can
do
make
some
those
shit,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah. But other than like some crazy run by the Chargers, I don't see anyone else making.
the
it.
other 3 teams.
Other 3 teams don't stand a chance. And then we have Cowboys, Bucks.
Dude, I was bringing that in hot. The GOAT, Tom Brady. I was finally giving him some credit. You know.
Go ahead, dude.
Yeah. So got the Cowboys, the team that's probably. I mean, has there been a team that's had more letdowns and chokes compared to their expectations since we've been alive?
No.
Than Dallas, like,
No, not even. They've only won 3 playoff games
yeah.
I
So
don't think they're gonna beat the Bucks.
yeah, I mean, what else?
on their own.
I just feel like everybody's gonna go into this game and they're gonna say, Tampa Bay, like you got Brady at home. This is what he does. He's never lost to Dallas in his whole career. Dak chokes, Dallas chokes. Everybody's gonna take Tampa in the points, and I like Dallas to dominate.
Do you think
You
they're
do?
going to dominate?
I do. That, like 24-13 type game. If it turns into a shootout, I don't think Dak can beat Brady. Their defense is going to have to show up. Parsons is going to have to cause
So I
havoc.
think I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum.
I think a lot
Because
of
if
people
they're in a shootout, that means Dak's playing decently well.
Dak can't throw the ball.
Yeah, but if Brady's
consistently all game.
Yeah, if Brady's in
That's
a
yeah.
rhythm with Evans and Godwin,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If it was a shootout, Dak would make the
Dallas is going to have to
mistake.
run the
Spread on the
ball.
game.
Dallas is favored by 2.5, I think.
on the road though, so it's probably like a 5.5 if they're home.
I think Dallas is going to have to run the ball, which they can. Obviously, they're going to have to get the ball to Lamb, stop throwing all these bums.
He's been feeding Lamb
Yes.
the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going Bucks.
The NFC games are just, other than that 49ers game, are so weird, man.
Yeah, they're tough. They can go either way.
Because you have Brady, who
Then who
was
do
like,
the Bucks play? The Eagles.
No, don't go like that. It goes
The
by
Buckles are-
receipt. So
it
if you
goes by-
think the Giants are going to win, then the Bucks would play the 49ers
yeah,
because the NFL receipts.
the 2 greatest quarterbacks drafted after the 6th round go head to head.
Purdy already spanked that ass once.
The thing about this though, this is how big of a chance I had at being right. Brock Purdy's been good for 5 games, and he's already the best quarterback of all time drafted in the 7th round.
That is crazy.
Like his only competition was Matt Castle, right? Like, come on. I mean,
That's what I was telling you though.
I had a point like 0.003 chance of being wrong, and I was wrong. I'll take those. I'll take
Thank
those
God you
odds.
said it. That's all I've been waiting for.
I'll take
man.
those odds if this happens. I'll take those odds. Fuck it, because next time you argue about a 7th round
probably
quarterback,
won't.
I'm gonna look right as fuck.
I watched Purdy come in and play, and I was like, "This kid's pretty good."
in one game, it's okay. Anyway, back to the.
No,
We're
what
gonna
did
see.
you just say?
We're gonna. I'm rooting for the Bucks. We're gonna see the 2 greatest quarterbacks. We'll see Tom Brady hand the mantle to a trash draft pick turned great player. We're gonna see it.
What do you think the score will be?
If they play or the
No,
Bucks
Cowboys. Because then it'll take a lot for those guys to play.
I really have no idea how to like look at these games, man.
What do you think the score will be?
I'm taking the Bucks. Fuck that. Brady looked like shit all year. Looked amazing in Week 17.
I think the Bucks will win 24-17.
No, I'm taking the Bucks.
I think
Dak Prescott's
I
gonna throw
think
an interception.
Tampa Bay's defense, even though I know Dallas's defense is really good, I think the Bucks defense really step up. I feel like Dallas really relies on the run game, and I feel like Tampa's run defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
I just feel like
It's not nearly as good as it was last year, but it's serviceable.
I just think I know you said that a lot of people are going to be like, Brady with the points, but
I almost will guarantee at least 70% of the money is on Tampa Bay.
I think that
they've never lost to Dallas. He's never lost to Dallas. Beat him this year and is now a home dog.
Yeah, but he looks like shit all year in Dallas.
I mean, does he look worse than Dak? I don't think so.
Before week 17, man, he was looking
Tom Brady's
bad.
like third in the league in passing yards.
No way.
Yeah.
How, dude?
Yeah, maybe because they lose a lot of games. I don't feel like Brady's just looked horrible when Dak's looked great.
I guess the best he is. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And Justin Herbert's second. Like, you just think these dudes are not having the best years. It's like, it's because the best quarterbacks run the ball. I mean, like, look, Kirk Cousins is fourth. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but Mahomes is one, isn't he?
Yeah. But, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I'm saying after Mahomes, though, all the best quarterback, it goes Burrow, and then it's like Hurts had the best year, but he doesn't
Hurts
throw the
runs,
ball.
Allen runs.
Yeah.
So
As of right now, all
of
of the money's on the Bucks.
Yeah, it has to be.
Right now, yeah.
Like, just think about what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm not always going to be right at all. But in this case, you're telling me the greatest player of all time has never lost to Dallas, who everybody talks about how they choke all the time, how Dak sucks, blah, blah, blah. Now you're getting a bargain. You're getting told, hey, you could take Tom Brady at home.
I'll probably take it, too.
And I just will have to root really hard against you.
It's okay.
But, yeah, I got Dallas by 2 scores.
Yeah.
Unless Tampa scores at the end.
So this is Tom
down
Brady's
27-13 and score or something, but I do love Dallas this week. Like in those FFPC playoff challenges, like I'm fading Seattle, Miami, and then I'm taking like Baltimore and who's the other team?
I took Justin. The couple I did, I took Justin Tucker for my kickers on both.
Yeah, so it's who's the other team I'm missing though? If you fade,
I don't know.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
Oh.
Those are the 4 teams that I think are for sure going to lose. Is the 3 blowouts and then Tampa.
You think Tampa's for sure?
Yeah, I'm not as for sure as I am on San Fran, Buffalo, and Cincy, but I'm really confident in Dallas.
So Brady's only been a home underdog one other time in the playoffs. It was in the Super Bowl when he beat the Chiefs, 31-9.
It was what?
The Super Bowl when they beat the Chiefs.
Well, it's not really a home dog, right?
I guess, yeah. Well,
like,
no,
it was
he
in
was
that
home.
stadium,
Yeah.
but it's still a new. Like, the tickets are probably sold at a fair.
No, that's a home game.
Yeah, but
But
all the money was on Kansas City probably that game. With Mahomes, at least. This game, who's gonna bet Dallas besides their fans and me? Like,
I'm not.
I'm taking the Bucs. What's the spread?
I think they're minus 2.5 or 3.
The Cowboys are.
Yeah.
I'm taking
And obviously, would it surprise me if Brady outplayed Dak and they won? But I just refuse. I think Dallas is just a better team.
I can see it.
2 scores though, too.
2 scores.
Yeah.
Up the spread.
Unless Tampa scores at the end, down 27-13. They're just like, touchdown, Chris Godwin. Fuck it.
All right. So who do you guys think? What do you think the Super Bowl is?
San Fran Bills.
I'm gonna take Eagles, Bills. I love San Fran, but I just need Brock Purdy to suck.
I feel you.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
not even why I think that. It's not because of Brock Purdy. San Fran is just a different team.
Yeah, they're really good.
It's gonna be tough for a team to beat them.
I'm gonna take Eagles Chiefs. I hate going chalk, but that's where I'm going.
1 versus 1.
Yeah, never happens. So I just feel like it's wrong, and like it won't. Obviously, one of them will lose, but that's where I'm going. Only because if the Eagles do play San Fran, I love the way the Eagles match up with them. With their they just have a great secondary. They can rush 4, get to Purdy, and make it. He hasn't seen a secondary that good.
No.
And then if Philly can't run the ball
has
because
he
San
played?
Fran's so good at stopping the run, then obviously Hurts can just throw the ball to Smith and Goddard and AJ. So I don't know. I like the Eagles. And I like the Chiefs. I don't know. It's just you got to prove it to me. Even though Burrow did do it last year, I got to see Burrow and Allen do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same train. I just at this point, it's like, bro, if Mahomes makes the Super Bowl again, which I think he can, but he's nearing LeBron James level of greatest athletes in American history.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking what 4 AFC championship games.
That he's already been to.
This would be on his 3rd Super Bowl, right?
He's been to 2 Super Bowls and 4 AFC championships, I believe.
Yeah,
he lost 2 AFC championships.
It'd be his 5th AFC championship and his 3rd Super Bowl in 6 years.
Yeah, well, in 5 years, right?
5 years, yeah,
He
because he made the
started-
AFC championship his first year.
Yeah.
So I guess his 6th year doesn't count because he
Right.
didn't play. So in 5 years of playing AFC championship every single year, in football where it's way harder
really good
to
at
consistently do that, and 3 Super Bowls, and wins at least one of them.
He's really
If
good
he
at
makes a
football.
Super Bowl this year, in 6 years he's already got to be in that conversation. Like I just don't know what. Like in the NFL, like the LeBron made it 9 straight years in the Week East. Like
and it's a 7-game series where you could have an off night, or
Yeah.
you know,
to go out there, you could it's not that much pressure on you until like games 5, 6, 7.
yeah,
To go out there knowing every single game, if you lose, you're done. And to make it to the AFC Championship at least every single year and then make 3 Super Bowls, I don't care. Like he can retire tomorrow and you have to talk about him as like a top 10 American athlete of all time. That's ridiculous. So that is like what he's going up against. I could just like anyone else, it would be like he's due to lose.
yeah. I just like it with Buffalo and Cincy playing in round 2, and that being a dogfight. I just believe like Mahomes will be chilling and they waiting for the AFC Championship because they have a bye, and then if they smack the Chargers or Jaguars,
Yeah. I think
Allen
they
and
smack
Burrow
the
go
Jags.
into a fucking heavyweight battle. One of them come out limping into. Well, it's not in. Well, the Bengals would have to go to Arrowhead, but
It's Atlanta. They picked Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which we didn't say yet, but they will be playing Atlanta.
yeah,
Because I guess Indy has a fucking volleyball tournament. That's what fucking Tank and Dylan said. I don't know if they were trolling me on my Twitter, but like someone asked like, where should the game be? Indy's like the obvious choice to me. It's like
They had to have been
it's
trolling
like
you, bro.
semi in the middle. It's a dome. Why the fuck are we going to Atlanta?
There's no volleyball in the middle of winter.
Well, it's in a dome.
Why would?
They play volleyball in winter. It's a winter sport. They play it in basketball gyms. They have summer volleyball too, but volleyball is typically the same
You're
season
right.
as basketball.
You're right.
I gotta look
hate
this
saying
up,
that.
bro.
So wait, would you go Buffalo and who?
Eagles, he said.
I'm saying this is my biased opinion on the AFC, but Buffalo. I think Buffalo was good enough to make it, even if I wasn't a Bills
Absolutely,
fan. But the bias is like knocking them up above. I really, truly believe it's like 33% chance for everyone, and then like the Chiefs get like that extra 1%, like 34, 33, 33.
Yeah,
But I'm going to say the Bills. And then I think the 49ers are a better team. I just, when it comes down to 49ers against the Eagles, assuming that's what it
it's
is.
hard to say they're a better team though.
Really?
It really is.
I mean,
Eagles
oh,
might
yeah,
have
you're
a
right. I
better
mean,
offensive
Smith,
line.
they
You
got Goddard back.
Lane Johnson's back.
You got Goddard back.
They got
Yeah.
Their
Gardner
defense
kid
makes-
back, the
Yeah,
quarterback.
they have the best secondary probably in the league. They have a good pass rush, a good run stop,
That's true.
and then
That
Hurts.
is true, yeah.
To me, is even with how Purdy's playing, I want Hurts all day.
I will say AJ Brown's better than Debo. I'll say IU. I'll say Smith.
It's definitely better than Ayuk, bro.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's less consistent though. But like,
Smith's been crushing.
yeah. Who's their third receiver?
Quez Watkins. And he just good for he makes a big play every
Here
year.
and there.
He's good for 1 for 40.
I'll bet against him. I'll bet on him so he only has 1 catch. And then
Goddard
dude,
obviously isn't better than Kittle,
but he's
a
there.
beast.
He's
Yeah.
right there, yeah.
McCaffrey.
And then they're at home.
McCaffrey's the big jump though.
Yeah, but it's not like Miles Sanders sucks.
No.
But I think
Shit, yeah, and then they're home, man.
Mitchell being back is huge. He's
You said
been
you like
really good.
Eagles.
I did say Eagles,
the
but
only
I
one
thought
that
it was a
said-
lot
I'm the only one that
closer,
said
man.
San Fran.
I might think that that's like a 10-point game, dude.
You think the Eagles might smack them?
Because they're right there in every category, and then you
Yeah.
got Hurts, who as good as Purdy's been playing, like in a
Hurts is
playoff
that dude, yeah.
atmosphere. Dude, like, and the thing is if Hurts, this is the difference. Like, if the Philly defense is playing great and Purdy's struggling to get it going, he's not the playmaker that Hurts is. If Hurts can't throw the ball against San Fran's defense, like he's gonna
He'll make plays,
he's
yeah.
gonna make a play. Like,
I think it's gonna be close.
I
but
think San Fran
It would be a
could-
close
San
game,
Fran
but-
could go and beat Philly, and I would not be surprised. But if Philly did beat them 31-13, and like the game got away from San Fran, I would not be surprised.
that's true.
Philly has that type of defense.
I was forgetting Goddard's back. Like I always just forget about Smith.
They've dominated all year. They've been the best team. But San Fran's won 10 in a row. So Philly's been
They
the
got
best team
smacked
all
by the
year.
Chiefs and never
And
lost
San
again.
Fran, with McCaffrey, is technically undefeated. Like, their first game,
He
got smacked by the
29%
Chiefs.
of their
Yeah, I mean,
snaps or
that's
some shit.
respectable. And since then, they've never looked back. So, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I wanted to ask you guys, do you think there's any team that can make the Super Bowl other than the 5 that we keep talking about?
I think the Vikings are good enough if Kirk Cousins doesn't do Kirk Cousins.
You know what hill I stand on.
I'm with you.
Yeah. But
I'm
you can
just saying
see
on
it.
the off chance. If Kirk Cousins gets over the fact of
They need
on
to
the
go get Trey
road,
Lance.
if he gets over that, he can put up 300-yard
You
games.
know what my
and he's
problem
got
is with them is
Jefferson.
their defense stinks too. If their defense was actually pretty good, then I would fear the Vikings, but their defense sucks.
All of these teams have a very small chance, but I think
Yeah.
the Vikings at least have the playmakers to do it if Kirk Cousins plays well.
I just can't see them after beating the Giants, which whatever. They have to go to San Fran and then go to Philly.
No, I don't think
If
they do.
that plays it that way.
Yeah, I don't think they do. It's just they have an off chance.
But you know me, I like Dallas over them, as we talked about.
I don't think Dallas has a chance either.
I don't think any of them really do, but I think like Dallas.
yeah.
The thing is like the Dallas, Minnesota, and the Chargers all have the playmakers to if they get hot, they can make it. Right? Like I mean, like
I don't
Dallas
think
and the Chargers at least have the defense too.
yeah,
they do have the defense, but I don't think I might be wrong, but I don't think
How
Dak,
bad was
I don't think
Minnesota's
Dak can
defense?
make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe not. He at least beat Philly this year though, and beat the
That's
shit
true.
out the Vikings.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I did think Dallas was a good contender, and now
I think they can make it. Maybe they well.
Yo, the Vikings got the.
Ah.
No, wait,
I
I
don't
knew
know.
that was wrong.
I don't think they can, man.
I think Dallas can make it
the
if
Vikings
they
are-
only have to beat Philly or San Fran. If somehow Minnesota can upset San Fran
yeah.
and Dallas only has to beat Philly and then go to Minnesota,
I guess that's
that would be a way. But I don't see it. I don't.
Yeah.
I think the 5 teams we talk about will be the Super Bowl. Any of the 5. I don't care what
guess
it is.
Dallas,
Cincinnati,
though-
fucking Philly, whatever.
I guess you're right though. If they can only play San Fran or the Eagles or
Yeah,
whatever.
I just don't see anybody going to San Fran and
then
going to Philly.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
I knew the Vikings defense was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad.
Oh,
They're
it's so bad.
They're last in the league in passing defense.
They're so bad.
0% chance. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like Kirk
That's
Cousins.
what I was
can
telling
put
you.
up-
Even if Cousins
yeah.
was doing shit, then they still got to stop the other team.
I didn't think they were that bad.
Yeah,
though.
they're
That's
horrible.
wild.
To where at least Dallas and the Chargers.
Yo, just
can
think of this
play.
though. Hodgins and Richie James both put up 8 for over 100 versus them. Think about that. Go
That's
look.
crazy.
No, go look. Go look. No,
Richie
please
James-
go look at that
Richie
game.
James is
I'll do
kinda-
it.
Why, I'm not saying.
I'm doing it.
Why?
'Cause I want
You act
to.
like I was like, no, they didn't.
Speaking
Yeah,
of looking things up, I looked up the AFC Championship in Indianapolis. There's already a national volleyball tournament
There you see,
books
yeah.
at Lucas Oil Field that weekend, and they expect like 30,000 people that stay in downtown.
Oh shit!
You know how many would come for the Super Bowl?
No,
would
but
be
it's
the
not
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
It's not the
It's
Super
the
Bowl.
championship.
AFC championship.
But here's the thing
so-
that I think. Here's the rub
It's the
that I
Super
think is
Bowl.
hilarious. The beginning of the season, Lucas Oil Field, like the management's like, we can do this volleyball tournament. Well, what happens if the Colts make the?
They're like, hell no,
Like,
yeah.
They weren't even worried about it. They
Yeah.
were like,
Because even if
yeah,
the
we
Colts
don't have to
made
worry
it,
about
they'd be on
hosting
the
the
road,
FC
yeah.
Championship. So yeah, that is they declined. They officially declined that they just can't host.
I
it.
would call those volleyball
was wrong.
hosts, and I'd be like, you understand the Bills and the Chiefs are like top 3 fan bases in the NFL. It's gonna get at least. I mean, the stadium fits what?
I don't
like
think it was even as
65,000
much as
people?
the stadium. I think it was just all the hotels and everything. Like there's just
Yeah,
not
it probably
enough
would have caused
places.
them much more of a headache.
Yeah.
for
They just
all
it
of them.
probably
it, but-
came down to just sheer like municipality management saying we can't have another like whatever Lucas what did it hold probably 60 like
Yeah,
even if you
65,
could
something
find
like
different places for the volleyball, where are you gonna put like the people?
That's
in
true,
beds?
yeah.
I think, especially because it'll probably
All
be
the
the night
hotels
game,
are
right?
booked and-
That's going to be the night game too.
Oh, 100%. Bills Chiefs will be.
I was wrong though. Richie James and
Thank God.
Hodgins
I didn't even have to
put
tell
up
you this
90 and 89, and then Slayton put up 75.
But still, yeah. The Bills Chiefs, the AFC is the night game this year. The Chiefs Bengals were the first game last year, and 49ers Rams were the night game. So AFC is the night game this year.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, they
don't
alternate
just
every
flex
year.
it.
Mm-mm.
That's
Well,
stupid.
they're both great games usually.
That's true.
Because even though you're right, like Bills Chiefs would be the game that we want to watch, who's going to say the Eagles and 49ers doesn't deserve
I
prime
want to
time?
watch that game as well. Yeah.
So it's like they alternate it every year.
The 49ers are first in passing defense. They're first in rushing defense. And they're first in scoring defense.
Who are?
The 49ers.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
That's
telling you,
nuts, bro.
They're really good.
The Eagles are see, the Bills are fourth in both. The Bengals are third in rush defense.
The Bengals are tough, man. That's why the Ravens match up real poorly with them. That was the other thing. I remember I had a
forgot. I
point
didn't
to
think
talk
of that.
about.
The Eagles' rush defense is bad, though. Not bad, but it's like below average.
What is it?
No, they're exactly average. They're 16th.
Yeah, so I guess that's a way like San Fran can try to dominate, but I remember 2 years ago the Packers and Bucks played the opening game, and then the Chiefs and Bills played, and then last year went back to the NFC, and now this year that's what it was. That was a sad day for us. Green Bay and Buffalo just lost. We thought we could have got a Super Bowl, but hey,
The Eagles' defense isn't that good, dude.
it is though. Like you got to see how many sacks they have, how many turnovers they force. I'm sure they give up a ton of points in garbage time.
I really like.
It's not dominant like San Fran.
Yeah.
No, nobody's is though. No team in the league has a defense better than San Fran's. They got like 5 All-Pros.
I just like San Fran hasn't played a team like the Eagles. The Eagles haven't played a team like San Fran either.
Well, no, because they're the best 2 teams
Yeah.
by far.
I think that the 49ers are so complete, and which the Eagles are too, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. That I could.
And
I'm gonna pick the
being
Eagles,
home-
but
the Eagles being home kind of makes up the difference.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles, but yeah, that's
I'm
like
not.
a 50-50 game.
It is, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles win. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I think the 49ers. I think just like you guys said, like the Eagles can just dominate the game. I feel like the 49ers can too.
And another thing too, you're talking about the Eagles defense. I'm not sure what you were looking at.
I was looking at the NFL.com. It wasn't making sense.
Okay, they're 4th in total yards allowed per game, 1st in pass defense, and
Okay.
7th in points allowed.
All right, yeah, because NFL kept like reverting back to the original thing that I looked at. Go look at the 49ers.
I got you.
Because I didn't think the 49ers were first in everything.
You're gonna go?
Yeah.
I'm coming with you, man. And every team could be
They're
beat.
first in total
Let's
yards.
not forget San Fran just went to overtime with Jarrett Stidham.
They're first in total yards, 20th in passing yards.
The 49ers are.
Yeah.
Okay, that yeah. Oh.
Second in rushing yards,
And first in points.
first in points.
How are you 20th in passing yards in a passing league, but you're first in total yards?
Because they're so good against the run. They give up under 80 yards per game.
Yeah, but the way I'm thinking about it is like, I guess the quarterback play has been down this year. If you look past like the top 5-6 guys,
Yeah.
like the 10th best guy hardly broke 4,000 yards.
And another thing is this: San Fran gives up about 220 through the air a game. Eagles give up like 180. So the difference between first and 20th
is 20th.
Yeah, well, according to this, anyways, the score app sucks, so
Yeah.
who knows? But I'm just saying, like, even that, they're not far behind the Eagles. Who's first? But the other thing is the Eagles lead in sacks, and I'm pretty sure they're close to leading in turnovers. Like, those things
Darius
matter.
Slay and Bradbury are like playmakers.
Yeah, like, those things matter. Like, I remember when the Packers won the Super Bowl, their numbers weren't amazing as far as
And the
total
Saints.
yards, but they made the plays. Like, you would drive down the field 90 yards, but then you would go for it on 4th and 1, we'd stop you, or we'd get a fumble. Like, those things matter. Like, San Fran does dominate, but the Eagles make timely plays as well. So, I mean, we'll see. And maybe that won't even be the game. We're just assuming it will be.
Yeah.
And I feel strong about it.
I really hope it is. We've seen what
Us three
happens.
actually agreed on everything. Hasn't happened all year.
Yeah.
Even the games we disagreed on, we're like, yeah, I can see that happening, but
The thing is like we've seen what happens in the NFL when a bad team just gets good and then they make the Super Bowl and it's just a trash Super Bowl. Like when the Rams. I mean, the Rams were good that year, but like it's still Jared Goff and the Rams and the Patriots played just terrible. And like even the Patriots shouldn't have beat the Chiefs that year.
Right.
Like we just got robbed out of Drew Brees versus Mahomes, which probably would have been a shootout.
been great.
And then like we've just seen these teams that get hot and just because of good coaching, like they slow the game down and they somehow find a way to get there, and it just makes for terrible football. And you want the Super Bowl to be like entertaining and fun. And I think if any matchup of the 5 teams that everyone thinks makes it, it will be fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I just don't want to see even if like the Vikings or Cowboys get hot, I think it could still be fun.
Yeah,
but with the way the Chargers play under Staley, I get it, Herbert. Herbert's a fun
I'll tell you
player,
one thing, if
but
I'm
the
watching
team is boring to watch because they don't let Herbert cook. I don't want to see those guys there.
Yeah, I
like
don't
as
either.
much as I hate the Chiefs, like if the Bills don't make it, I'd rather watch the Chiefs in a fun game than because the Chargers find a way to make it there, and then it's just fucking like Staley running back
Staley versus
streams.
McCarthy.
Yeah, I don't want to see
100
that.
checkdowns to Eckler.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I obviously want the Bills, 100% want the Bills to make it, but it just better be some combination of those 5 teams or like the Vikings, because the Vikings are fun when they're good. They're fun to watch.
Yeah, they have no defense and a great offense.
Yeah.
It always makes for.
So
Yeah.
I just hope like those 5
84
teams, if not those
over
5
under.
teams, the Vikings, just good Super Bowl.
Another thing, I know it was early in the year, but another reason I like Dallas and the Chargers is Dallas at home got dominated by the Bucks, and Chargers at home got beat 38-10 by Jacksonville. So now they're just road favorites. Of course, this is weeks and weeks and weeks later, and
Yeah.
they're playing better, but that's still kind of crazy to me.
But the Jags are playing better too.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you're like, man, they beat them 38-10 in L.A., which again doesn't matter because their home field sucks. But now you're just saying they're road favorites. I don't know. Maybe Vegas is trying to trick bettors like me that look at the lines. The Cowboys one, I'm almost certain on. That's one that I do really feel strong about is Dallas winning. But
All right, so we'll do. There's been 100 All-Pro teams. Like every website's done their own, but we'll do the AP.
I haven't even looked at any yet.
All right, we'll do the AP because AP is like a reputable source, and then we'll do the Players Association because I just want to kind of see the difference. Because I think players have a tendency to just like be so biased.
yeah,
So QBs, Mahomes, in both. Like
agreed. Yeah, he's the
just-
MVP of the
yeah,
league. Yep.
That's an MVP right there. Josh Jacobs.
both?
So I'm at AP now. I know he is on both, but we'll just go
Okay.
through the AP. Josh Jacobs is the running back.
I agree with
I
that.
agree with that. I think Eckler could have made it just because he almost broke the record in receptions for a running back.
But he's like
I-
catching him.
Yeah, but still, he's a running back. I mean, that's what it is. Like,
Yeah, it's I got a weird take on Eckler because obviously he impacts the game and he means everything to the Chargers, but he's more of like a fantasy running back to me.
yeah, but I mean, they won 11 games or 10 games or whatever it was. They didn't have their receivers all year. They had Herbert and Eckler.
That's fair.
I mean, like,
That is, yeah. But man, I still think I would take.
And I
like
think it was- I mean, it
McCaffrey,
was kind of the-
Henry.
yeah. I mean, I would take them too, but like just off the production.
Yeah,
And with Jacobs,
Big-headed.
at certain games, like when Adams wasn't getting going, Jacobs was
No,
their entire
Jacobs was
offense.
amazing, yeah.
So either way is fine. I'm happy. I'm cool with Jacobs. Travis Kelce and unanimous.
even with him not doing like great the last.
I'll tell you
however
right
many
now-
weeks he's.
If there was a couple more weeks, Hawkinson or
Kittle.
Kittle could have passed him.
No,
They need like 8 more
he
weeks.
dominated them
Yeah,
so
if you
much
pull
the
up the
first 10
stats,
weeks.
It's not even. Yeah,
But
but
it's not close at all.
No.
It's got to be somewhere close.
It's not. Even with
Go pull that shit
with
up. They were talking about him being the offensive player of the year. Now it'll probably be Jefferson, but
Kittle, I think it should be Mahomes. Mahomes broke the record
can't
for
be
all.
quarterbacks
yeah,
need to be MVP. They give the MVP to quarterbacks. Leave the offensive player of the year alone.
I get it, but he broke the record for most
So he'll
offensive
be
yards in a
MVP.
season.
So you can't get both. It's not fair.
Why is it not fair? He's
just
the
not fair.
best.
Okay, that's
I get it
cool.
if he was the MVP, but he didn't do anything special. He this special. Like he has the record for the most yards in a season. I get he got an extra game.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like with the Heisman and the MVP, it's just that it's now who's the best quarterback? Okay, they're the Heisman and they're the
Well, Henry won it, like 5 years?
yeah. Devonta Smith won it too. Okay, so the MVP of the NFL, let's stay on track, is the quarterback award.
I get it.
Derrick Henry didn't get it a couple years ago. He got the
should've.
offensive player of the year.
But he
though.
should have got MVP.
But at least got offensive player of the year. Imagine if they would have given that shit to Rodgers too.
No, he should have got
Would've
MVP.
been
He should have
sick.
been MVP. Henry should have been MVP.
Yeah,
I
Rodgers got
should
it,
keep
though.
those separate.
So Kelsey, we were at.
Yeah, so Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams
Yeah.
were the wide receivers. I
Yeah,
agree.
that's the one I seen too. I agree with that.
I think you could throw Diggs in there, but
He disappeared a lot, and you guys
so
still would
didn't
win.
Adams have like a couple games where he just
No, Adams disappeared, but you saw it on the Raiders' results.
Well, the Raiders just aren't as good of a team.
Well, yeah, so I'm just saying, like, it means more, and I'm sure Adams faced more coverage. And he didn't have Josh Allen throwing the football.
That's true. Coverage though, I don't know, man. Second half of the year, they didn't care about Davis.
Cooper Kupp should have still been on there. That dude's too nice.
Cooper Kupp still was
That's what
he
I'm
still was the number one receiver in fantasy if you go off points per game.
That's unreal.
Offensive line, I always say, I don't know enough to
Let me hear some of them
even
and
argue
who they
these.
play for.
Trent Williams, San Francisco.
Yep, for sure.
Lane Johnson, Philly.
Yeah, those two are the best.
Joel Bitonio, Cleveland.
Yep.
I thought Zach Martin was kind of coming down, but he got
Yeah,
right.
I felt like
Was he
he
at the
was real
Bengals?
good on Dallas. He's on Dallas, right?
Dallas, yeah.
Why do I think of Bengals?
They got
He's
a
been signed.
guy from Dallas. I think Lyle Collins or whatever.
okay.
Who's out for the year now.
I think this is Zach Martin's, like, if he makes the NFL one, the official one, I think it's like his 8th.
He's a monster.
He's like one of the best offensive line of all time. And then
who-
Jason Kelsey got center.
That's what I'm saying. So the Eagles had 2 on there.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles really are like that shit.
And I think Kelsey was by far like the best. Like, I don't think there was even anyone
I
close
pretty
to
got
him.
it's Eagles 49ers.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Defense, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons on the edge, which is the big difference. We'll see when we get to the players. And I kind of think Myles Garrett, Parsons, I get he was kind of banged up, but there was a couple weeks towards the end of the season where he was like way less impactful.
Hold on. No, hold on.
I don't think
That
anybody
man-
impacts the game more than.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Parsons.
I think you're wrong. Dude, they would bring him in on 3rd down just to rush the quarterback. Like,
No, I get it.
that's it. Go get him.
He's definitely a better overall player than Garrett because he can also go in coverage and stuff. But stats or not, bro, Garrett fucking blows games apart, dude. Like,
What do you think Parsons is doing though?
he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying either or. I'm just saying they both have a argument.
Parsons is
Parsons is the reason why I believe they'll win Monday. I feel like he'll be on Brady's ass.
Interior linemen, which the AP got this one right. The players didn't. Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
So
But the players have Donald. Yeah.
who had 4.5 sacks, and like I get sacks don't tell the whole story, but he was banged up at certain points of the
He
year.
missed games. His team sucked. I'm with you. I thought Quentin Williams and Chris Jones were
Quinnen Williams had
unstoppable.
13.5 sacks in
Yeah.
the tackle position and was good against the run.
Yeah, Chris Jones is by far the Chiefs' best defensive player that I can think of.
Yeah, and Chris Jones has been unreal.
yeah.
Yeah, Chris Jones was on both.
Remember his meat fell out when he was running a 40-yard dash?
Did it? Oh yeah. Linebackers: Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Matt Milano.
I like seeing Milano get some recognition.
Yeah. Just Bill's not here, but
Yeah.
I can name 10 guys. Fuck you, Bill.
At least Roquan is up there though for him.
Yeah, Roquan's definitely is that guy.
And my boy Warner.
And cornerbacks, I think AP got right too. So we don't even have to go over the players because it's all the same except for a couple things.
I want to hear the players though.
It's literally the same, but I'll go over it. Cornerbacks was both of them had Pat Surtain.
From Denver, right?
For Denver.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Is it Surtain or Surtain?
That was Surtain.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Isn't it?
His dad just actually got a coaching job somewhere.
T-A-I-N? Isn't that Tain?
Yeah, I don't know though. I feel like the announcers say it differently. Like every time they'll say both.
Well, you know what? I'm announcing now, and that's Surtain.
Remember when we found out it was Uzama, not Uzma?
Yeah, like come on.
And then Sauce, which I think was the right choice, but
And he's
the
a
players
rookie and got it.
yeah, but
That's
Dude's
sick.
really good.
dude, he led like 52. Like it's ridiculous his stats, dude. I don't even want to say him because it doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth and has to be wrong. But he was like the number 1 PFF graded, like rookie or not, he fucking did it. And then Slay. Slay's a bigger playmaker and is also can shut down guys at times. But I
This
just
big play Slay.
yeah, I would say Sauce, but the players said Slay. I mean, it's either way it could go, but I personally think Sauce. If Sauce keeps this up,
Players ain't gonna give it to a
he's
rookie
like
either.
it's not. Yeah, they're not gonna give it to a rookie. They want him to prove it
Even
and
though
shit.
he locked him down.
Yeah. If Sauce keeps this up, he's the best cornerback since fucking Darrell Revis. I mean, like he did it in his rookie year what like Jalen Ramsey at his peak was doing.
No, I know. Yeah, he's
like
great.
He's got to keep it up, obviously, but.
Who was the safeties?
So the safeties were different too. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick was on both, but they have that dude from San Francisco I cannot pronounce.
Oh, the
Hufanga.
dude trained with Palomalu.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's
He's a safety?
oh he
I didn't even
trained
know he
with
was
him.
a
Yeah.
safety.
Uh,
He looks like him too, kind of.
So that's
He is.
AP. I think
That
Derwin
is him.
James was the players though.
That's my guy.
And then
Remember he
special
picked up
teams.
Travis Kelce over his fucking head and powerbombed him?
Yeah.
That dude's a monster, dude.
He's a beast.
Say goodnight to Lawrence. Matter of fact, that shit is over.
And then the special teams were all
It's
different.
Olukun, man.
Who's the punter?
Oh, they have second team on this too. Oh, Jalen Hurts over fucking Josh Allen.
As it should be, but
No, shouldn't.
who's the
Should
punter?
The punter was Townsend, which is both.
Who's he play
Kansas
for?
City's guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Daniel Carlson was AP. How you say his name? His first name?
Who?
Nixon.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. Keyshawn, I think.
He got kick returner. Marcus Jones got punt returner.
Yeah. As they should.
Marcus Jones should have, yeah. Hines should have, though.
Special teamer.
Hines
or
didn't do
whatever.
shit the last week. And that shit was set up.
That
He
shit was
did,
fire,
he did
though.
shit the last week. He still leads the league in touchdowns.
That shit was so fixed.
No, it
The
wasn't.
one dude for the Patriots even tried to tackle him.
Shut the fuck
This is
up.
for him.
Special teamer Jeremy Reeves. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's just like a
Like
defensive
a
special
coverage
team.
player or something.
Yeah.
Actually, where's he play at for?
Washington.
I watched a video of them telling him he was going to be the
I
special
did
teams.
too.
Yeah.
I actually seen that too.
And then long snapper Andrew DePaula.
He was like crying and shit. That
You
was
think
like-
Allen should have got second team over Hurts?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How many games Hurts missed? 2 or 3?
2, right?
3, 2. He played the
He,
last
he
played
missed
the
the
last week,
Cowboys,
yeah.
and they went 0-2 in those games, lost to the Saints, bro. So like that team that everybody's like, oh, that's such a good team. They lost to the Saints. He couldn't even get a tie. He got like 7
what
points.
he won? They won what? 13 games,
Yeah,
and the Bills won 12. Could have won 13.
yeah.
So let's look at their stats real quick. You pull up Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but you got to pull it up you got to account that he missed 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. He missed 2 weeks. Best ability is availability. he would have he would have won the MVP if he played those 2 weeks. So what's their passing?
My bad. I was making sure he
I guess he turned the ball over a lot less. So okay, I
he
get
was
it.
he completed 66.5% of his passes.
63% for Josh Allen.
101.5 rating.
Where are you seeing the rating?
I'm just on the score.
100. What was it? 105.
101.5.
Go on Pro Football, bro.
Come on, man.
Score is trash.
It's just their stats though. It's not like
All right. Well, if that's the right rating,
Hold on,
Josh
man.
Allen had 112
here I come, man.
rating.
I could have looked on the.
Oh wait, no. He
What
didn't
am I
have
going on
100.
Pro Football Reference?
Where's the?
Is that what you said?
Oh, here it is. Yeah, Pro Football Reference.
Yeah, don't be lying now.
I was looking at the wrong stat.
You were looking at one game.
Oh no, the Bills won 13 games.
And the
They
Eagles
were
won 14.
13-3.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Eagles won 14 games. And you could have won 14.
We could have
Okay.
if we'd have beat the
That's fair.
Bengals.
All right, so where am
Yeah,
I?
here his rating was
So 66 to 63%.
All right, and then rating was 101.5 still.
This shit's 96.
Are you looking at QB rating or passing
I pulled
rating?
it up.
Oh, for Allen. I'm looking at rating.
I got
QB
Allen.
rating was 66.7.
All right, so total rating he lost. Josh Allen had 96, and then passing rating Josh Allen won. He had 71.
Okay.
So we're
And
pretty
then,
even. Passing yards
37.01.
42.83.
So he missed 2 games, so he would need like 250 each game or so.
Fuck.
No, wait. What was his?
37.01.
Yeah, he would have needed 2 something apiece.
And then 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
35 to 14.
So
So let's just do total touchdowns.
total, so it's 22 passing. Is this rushing on here? Oh, here we go.
Josh Allen's got 35 passing. Where the fuck is rushing? And he's got 7. So he's 42.
And Hurts had 35.
So turnovers. Where's the fumbles at? Josh Allen had 14 interceptions, and I'm not seeing.
You got to scroll down to rushing, I think. Yeah. Oh, that just shows fumbles. It doesn't show fumbles lost. I'll go on the score and look. It was just better.
Where's that at? I have Josh Allen's right here.
Just click his name and then click stats. It'll show fumbles lost.
Yeah, no fumbles.
No fumbles lost?
No fumbles.
So then, how many interceptions?
14.
Oh, that's wrong then. I watched him fumble versus the Dolphins when Jalen Phillips body slammed the fuck out of him. But, so hang on, let me see. So Hurts had 8 turnovers total.
Josh Allen had 14.
Well, how many interceptions did he have?
14.
Well, he definitely had fumbles.
I thought you said that he had no fumbles lost.
You didn't watch the Dolphins game?
Did he lose it?
Did you watch the game? He had 5 fumbles lost. Come on, guys. You guys watch the games outside?
I didn't say fumbles. He had 5 fumbles lost.
Yeah, he fumbled 13 times.
Why is this
Holy fuck.
I don't know, bro, but you got to think about it. You watch them
I
shit.
get it, but why is mine say 0?
I don't know. It's weird.
So,
Like only because I watched Josh Allen fumble mad times.
I know he fumbled. I didn't know he had any loss.
I think I hate the score.
Yeah. But just to think that you were like, oh, you just had 14 interceptions. You were just confident in the fact that you thought that man never fumbled this year.
I
You
just
watch
know-
a game every
The man
Sunday.
just told me
I
long
get
ago
it, but
about
you know it
fumbles.
was an error. You know every quarterback fumbles, bro. You tell me he didn't get sacked, fumble?
Lost fumble.
Yeah, but he said he didn't even fumble. That's when you knew it was an error, right?
That's how we lost.
I thought he said lost fumbles.
He said he didn't even
So
fumble.
19
I looked and it said 0. But they had fumbles. Jalen Phillips.
I didn't hear that he didn't even fumble. I heard the no lost
He
fumbles.
fumbled on the snap.
Oh, yeah, fumble on the snap, which is cool.
I didn't know if they counted that against him
Yeah.
or not. So 7 more touchdowns, 11 more turnovers. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it goes. It could have went either way.
I get it.
Hurts
Nick
should've got
Chubb.
second
Nick
team.
Chubb was the running back. I think you have to put Eckler or Henry.
See, you see what I'm saying about Eckler, though? I think they view it how me and you were saying.
but Henry
They're
had
not like
more
impressed
rushing
by
yards,
that
running
shit.
right?
They're not impressed by that dump off.
He's a
shit.
wide back.
Yeah, really though.
Wait a minute.
He's like the same player as Debo.
I think don't McCaffrey have to be that second back? They're like undefeated with that dude.
Yeah. I think there's. an
Well,
argument
it
for
would be
him
the
being
same thing
first
though.
back.
It'd be the same
Well,
thing with
Jacobs
Eckler
is
though.
great.
Question, yeah.
But Derrick Henry had more rushing yards than Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I don't like Chubb being up there. They weren't close to making the playoffs. He disappeared at the end of the year.
So Henry had more yards. Chubb had 3 more touchdowns.
What about Barkley,
I mean,
actually?
he averaged 7 more yards per carry.
Where's Barkley's?
Well,
love at?
Barkley's behind both of them in
Yeah, but he
yards
was
and
carrying
touchdowns.
But a lot of the time, though, they put results of the team.
I get that.
So I think Barkley carrying a shitty offense.
You know what?
has to mean
Actually,
something.
Chubb should get it. He's only 13 yards behind. 13 yards behind, but he averaged 7 more per carry, 3 more touchdowns, and 3 less fumbles.
Then
So-
who?
Than Henry. And
Yeah.
then Barkley.
Because
also
Barkley
only
catches the
fumbled.
ball.
Let's look at receiving's not going to show running back receiving numbers.
That's why Eckler's not there.
But Eckler kind of like sucks as a runner. You don't get 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he had like 700 rushing
Yeah,
yards.
it's so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's not going to show receiving.
That's fine. I mean,
numbers.
Chubb's great. I don't know. His team couldn't make the playoffs and shit. Like, even though Jacobs didn't, he was like amazing.
This is
Couldn't even win a
2021.
championship with them dudes on my team.
Was who?
I had JT, Chubb, and Jacobs,
Oh.
and Tyreek Hill, and Pat Mahomes.
Oh my god, that is a crazy team.
They said that this year was the most 7-7 like in 7-7 champions like ever. Tight end George Kittle.
Over
It
Hawk?
could have been him or Hawk. Wide receivers, and I think they take effect blocking in this too.
That's fair.
Wide receivers: AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb. I like
Yeah,
that.
I love that.
Left tackle Andrew Thomas, like that. Right tackle Tristan Wirfs, like that. Guards Tampa. Guards Tooney and Lindstrom, and center Creed
Lindstrom
Humphrey.
is where?
Atlanta. And
It's
then
Tooney's Kansas City.
Tooney's Kansas City, yeah. Edge rushers, Myles Garrett, Hassan Reddick.
Reddick is Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just all over this shit.
Interior linemen, Dexter Lawrence, Jeffrey Simmons.
I like what Dexter Lawrence said. He said if it's meant to be, it'll be for his contract. He's not sweating it.
He's going to get a contract.
Hell yeah.
Linebackers, Bobby Wagner, who had, it's crazy he had to come back here,
Yeah.
even though they sucked.
Where's he at
Mosley,
again? Oh, yeah, Rams.
CJ Mosley, Demario Davis. I feel like someone's missing.
Where's Demario Davis at?
Jets. Or New Orleans, sorry.
New Orleans, okay.
He was in the Jets.
Ola Kuhn from Jacksonville.
Yeah. Someone else. I don't know. Cornerbacks, Jair and James Bradbury.
Jair made second team?
Yeah, so they didn't even they put Bradbury over Slay. Slay didn't even make second team.
No, you said he made first team, I thought.
That was the players.
Oh,
This
wow.
one, it was Sauce and,
Damn, that's crazy what a difference that was.
yeah. Safeties, Derwin James, Justin Simmons.
Where's Simmons?
I feel like Greg Joseph has
Who
to
does
be
Simmons
on
play
here. I
for
don't
again?
even know the stats, but Simmons plays for Denver.
Oh, I knew that.
Kicker, Justin Tucker. Punter, Ryan Stonehouse. Kicker, Turner,
Where's Stonehouse punt?
Tennessee. Nick
Makes sense. Even though Kansas City's punter was the first team, but
Nguanu from Minnesota. Kicker, Turner.
Nakot or whatever from Iowa State. He played with Brees Hall and Brock Purdy.
Punt returner, Khalif Raymond. Special teamer, George Odom, San Francisco. Long sniper, Nick Moore, Baltimore.
That's sick.
So the players, I'll go over the players real quick because they had Donald and Slay, who didn't even make the second team in this NFLPA All-Pro, and then we'll get out of here.
Biased though, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to Aaron Donald because he made, this would be his first year in 10 years
How
not
many
making
games did
first team
TJ Watt
All-Pro.
miss?
4.
He missed a lot.
Six, I think. I feel like he should get he should have still 9-2 with him. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know.
But who would you take out? Those other guys were really deserving too.
I'm saying the players put Aaron Donald like they sucked. At least TJ.
Yeah, but I think
impacted
Donald.
the
I think
game on a whole
Donald played
different
every
level.
game.
Donald
except
only missed one or two
game.
at the
Yeah.
end. But no,
All right.
he definitely did it.
So we'll run through players then, because most of it is the same. So Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams. They only did 2 wide receivers. Josh Jacobs, Kyle.
Adams made it over Tyreek?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a lot more touchdowns.
He's that dude, man.
Kyle Juszczyk, or however you say it, which he's
Yeah.
like the only good tight end or fullback.
Yeah.
Trent Williams,
49ers.
Yeah.
that guy in Ingold. Where's Ingold at now?
Isn't he on Miami? Or
He
am I
might.
tripping?
He might be. I don't know.
think so.
Trent Williams, Joel Bitonio, Jason Kelsey, Zach Martin, and Lane Johnson, so exactly the same. Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, so they snubbed Parsons in
Oh,
your
so
opinion.
that worked out for her. I mean, I can respect that.
They did, but they didn't do too
I didn't mind you saying Garrett. I just thought you were like, yeah, like he did this, this, and that, and like Parsons did it. That's
no.
Like Garrett being first team is still fine with me. That dude's an animal.
They did 5 defensive linemen, but 2 linebackers. Dexter Lawrence was nose tackle, and then they had Roquan Smith, Fred Warner, Minka Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, Pat Surtain, whatever the fuck you want to say, Darius Slay, Jason Myers, Tommy Townsend, Cavante Turpin was the punt returner.
Dallas, yeah, he's really
nice.
good. Yeah.
Cordero Patterson was the kick returner, so that's defense.
I kept telling Joe he would take one back, and he didn't. So he will take one back Monday.
Turpin.
Yeah.
Jeremy Reeves, which is
That same dude, yeah.
Same dude. Justin Hardy, I don't know who that is. He's on the Jets.
He played, I want to say, receiver for the Falcons.
And then Morgan Cox was their long snapper, who wasn't on the first or second team.
Huh.
So that was pretty.
What was second team?
They didn't do a second
they
team.
didn't
They
do
just
one?
did one. And then this guy kind of went through it, and he said, I'm a little surprised Tyreek Hill didn't get over Devontae Adams like you said. He had 200 more yards. He just didn't. Oh, wait, he had more touchdowns. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Hill should have made it.
I thought so, too.
I thought Devontae Adams had 17, Hill had 14, but it swapped. So Hill had, there's no way. 119 catches, 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, 77 first downs. Adams was targeted more, had 19 less catches, 15, almost 200 less yards, 3 less touchdowns, and 12 less first downs.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And his team made the playoffs.
Yeah, he was dealing with different quarterbacks putting up those numbers. Obviously, his best numbers came with Tua, but
And then this guy I didn't even mention, Micah Parsons. He brought up Hassan Reddick. They both had 16 sacks, was tied for second. But Reddick had 5 forced fumbles, 3 recoveries, 3 pass deflections. Garrett only had 2 forced fumbles, no recoveries, 4 pass deflections.
I think the big difference with as great as Reddick is, has been this year is he's on a defense that's loaded. He's constantly getting one-on-one. Like Garrett and Parsons are the main focus of, the
I'm
other
surprised
team's
this guy
game
didn't bring
plan.
up Parsons though.
Yeah.
because I wanted to see Parsons final stats.
Yeah. Like Reddick was amazing, but man, that Eagles D line is crazy.
Reddick was my sleeper for my defense players. He helped me out a lot because my D line sucked without Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick's really good. Dude, I can't wait for some playoff football tomorrow.
Bro, I'm so fucking. I'm mad. I have to work tomorrow, but I have Sunday, Monday off. I hope it's slow. Like I hope it's dead tomorrow. Like I hope people are staying home to watch the game because I will literally.
Yeah, the weather's bad. I'm going to my Ma's. She's a Niner fan.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
pumped.
watch that shit with her.
Anything else? I mean, quick NBA shit. I don't have a lot of time, but Luka Doncic
It's not human.
has 30-point triple doubles by 24. LeBron had 11, and he's third. Oscar Robinson had 43. He's first.
Yeah.
There's
Shout
already
out to you for winning the Trapnerd League.
facts. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Let's go. 3 of the top. So we ended up 3 of the top 4 teams, best division, and the champion. Shout out Tank. He had a good year.
Yes, sir.
Next year will be a little bit different. Only 2 podcasts will be participating. So we'll see how that goes. But I feel like we're gonna
One
do
left
it.
us.
Matt left. He said he doesn't want to play fantasy anymore.
League. All right.
So we're gonna do. We'll do. I think we're gonna do the draft the same.
Yeah.
We'll just split the offense defense.
We should do it downstairs here.
We
live
should.
out with the camera. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be cool. So quick basketball. There's been 15 50-point games already. There's only 19 all of last
Yeah,
year.
Dame got one last night.
The past 2 weeks have just been absolutely nuts, like with stat lines. Like Giannis had a crazy stat line. Fucking, of course, the is it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks? It was about 2 weeks ago. The 62, 21, 10 triple double.
Yeah.
People are going fucking nuts this year.
It's fun.
This is one of the funnest years of basketball. I actually only started watching probably about 2 weeks ago, but it's like there's a lot of teams that are good. There's no teams that are like this team's gonna walk to the. I think there's like 6 different matchups we can see, and they'll all be entertaining. It's not like when we had 5 straight years where it's like
Golden
LeBron
State,
versus Golden
Cleveland.
State. Yeah.
We were on here not too long ago. I was saying I didn't think I wouldn't put Denver in my top 5 like of teams I would bet, and I don't know that I would, but like after I've watched like maybe like 4 of their games since then. They're playing really good. Like Aaron Gordon's legit playing at an all-star level, and
like he was supposed to.
Michael Porter's finally healthy. Jamal Murray's healthy, and then Jokic is still. He might win his 3rd straight MVP. So I do take it back a little bit.
Running, you know?
Well, they're saying he's the front runner now because they're the 1 seed.
Somebody said they were like I don't know who it was. It might have been his teammate. So but they were like he's probably going to win the next 5 MVPs.
Yeah, I say Luka because his team is horrible. Like,
yeah.
What are they like the 5 seed?
They're like the 4 seed right now. And one thing we did talk about that night, and I stand by it, is after Luka, the next best players are all from Denver: Gordon, Porter, and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way Bones Highland's been playing, he's probably better than fucking Dinwiddie and Hardaway too. Like Luka is by himself. Besides, Wood's playing really
Christian
well.
Wood, yeah.
But I mean,
Tim Hardaway has his moments.
Yeah, but that moments, them dudes are just good over in Denver right now.
So I did say if any big, because the original question was like, can big men win it? And I said if anyone could, it would be Jokic.
Because he runs point too.
Yeah, and because they have built, it's a perimeter game. He plays from the perimeter a lot, and you have guys like Murray, who I get it was the bubble, but was dropping 50 in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he's not shit though.
And like Porter, if he's healthy, like we've seen him have good games. We haven't really seen him consistently be good. And now if Gordon's playing well too.
Yeah.
I mean, like they have enough perimeter-wise that it's not a hindrance that their best players
They
are
got Caldwell Pope now.
Where like the 76ers
3
for so long, it was like sure Embiid might be a top 3 player in the league, but their perimeter is too lacking, and it's a perimeter-ran game. Now if Harden, I don't know.
I'll tell you guys right now.
I don't think the 76ers are good enough.
Me neither.
I'll tell you. I was just gonna say I don't think the Sixers can win.
Yeah. So, but like other than that, so yeah, I think Jokic can, and I guess if you count Giannis, but Giannis is a perimeter player too. I mean, like he plays the interior on defense,
right?
But he starts on the perimeter in every offensive set. So, yeah, I think Jokic could. I mean, if Murray can drop 30 points a game, 25 points a game, and
you really don't even have to.
You do.
Come playoff
you
time,
need,
he
you
will.
need
for playoffs.
You need offensive playmaking on the perimeter in the playoffs.
I'm starting to think Memphis might like be the best team too, the way that they play.
My son Draymond said, "Stop pushing this." He said, "Stop pushing this."
They'll see it this year though.
But I mean, you
Golden
got to
State,
think.
I don't think can beat them
rivalry.
I don't think so either. But Curry, I mean,
you can't count them out.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy.
Them dudes are different in the playoffs too, though.
Curry's
Memphis was on their ass last year though, and obviously Ja got hurt, and we don't know what would have happened. But
it's going to be a fun year though. I mean, this is when it starts getting real serious.
All-Star break comes soon, right?
Yeah. I mean, we just passed the midpoint.
Right after
point.
the trade deadline is when it all starts coming in.
yeah,
That's true. You won't really know the real contenders until the trade deadline, but
Ja put a Portal on a poster again and said he didn't learn the first time. I guess that was what he said. He said it post game, right?
Did
like
he?
on the court. Yeah.
No way.
He said, I guess he didn't learn from the first time.
You know, I like guys like that though. I can't
Ja's the
stand
man.
Not just Ja. I like guys who aren't scared of getting dunked on. You should play defense.
Oh, you're talking about what's
Yeah.
it called? Yeah, but you can't be getting dunked on by like Ja's mad small.
Ja jumps
I know,
47
but it
inches
just
in the
looks
air,
so
bro. Like
bad.
Nate Robinson was dunking on people's
That's
heads.
true.
I hate the. This is one of the biggest things with like pro sports. It's like the perception affects the way you play the game. You should play the game to win the game. It's better to try and block someone and get dunked on. It might look terrible. You might be put on a poster.
Nurkic has been put on mad posters, but he's a great rim protector.
Yeah, you
Like,
got to keep trying.
real.
Dude,
NBA
that's as good as
fans
that.
know that.
The Eubanks dude.
He was showing out.
That shit was
yesterday.
crazy
Yeah, he was
yesterday.
tripping. Yeah, he was on some bullshit yesterday.
He said, "Doop." Real quick though, top 5 in the NBA go right now.
Teams?
Right now, no players.
Players.
Like
Right
MVP
now.
or just players?
Just players. Top 5 to you.
Luka, Jokic, Giannis,
Tatum.
Tatum.
No, let him go. Let him
Oh,
go.
my bad.
Yeah,
I was just on point
Yeah.
with him.
Fuck. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, I get it. Curry's not healthy, but it's got to be
He's
Curry.
back.
He's back, but he hasn't. I mean, for the whole year, he
Yeah.
hasn't. Like, he's not
Dude, top 5
but yeah,
players
Curry,
right now.
Yeah, Curry.
That's
I
your
put Curry
five?
over. I'm putting Curry over Tatum.
Okay. How
But
about you?
Tatum's at your top 5.
Yeah.
I'll go Luka, Joker, Giannis, Tatum, and I think I would go. I'm unless I'm missing somebody. I think I would go Ja.
Okay.
You're really putting Ja over Curry.
Yeah,
I'd probably
Curry
go.
just won the title, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying right now.
No, just like this year.
You
though.
think just this year? Then yeah, because Curry hasn't been healthy.
That's all I was
No,
saying.
Curry's been playing great this year. I just,
Yeah.
But then he missed like 2 or 3 weeks.
He just did.
I would go
I don't know.
I
man.
mean, I guess
like
that's
Ja.
only like what 10 games.
in no order. I don't know my order, but I'll tell you my top 5. It'd be
Or
Luka,
Embiid.
Joker, Giannis, Embiid, and SGA. I think.
Tatum in your top 5?
Nah.
Oh, that's
No,
nuts.
I mean I get SGA stats, but Tatum's
That
doing
dude crushes, man.
I feel like Tatum has to be in the top 5.
Yeah, Tatum's been.
Nah, I would.
The
The only thing I could do is take Embiid out and put Tatum in.
Dude, SGA is not.
Dude, he's nice.
he's not even in the
top
top
5.
10.
How isn't he?
He's just not.
He just is nice.
He's not though.
He is really
he's
good.
nice, but
He's on a trash team, getting all the
getting a bunch
reps.
of buckets. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
I don't know.
winning
I
games.
like that dude.
There's no
man.
way your top 5 of your team can't win. Because I've seen the people in the NBA have worse rosters and win games.
I don't know about worse.
Dude, you see the rosters LeBron took to the Eastern Finals in Cleveland?
LeBron's LeBron.
Okay, I'm just saying though. Dude, we're talking about top 5 players.
But okay, so what's the OKC?
So why-
you got
I just
Giddey,
said players,
Giddey
though.
who's good but is young and inconsistent.
Who?
Giddey.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, but I just said the players. I wasn't talking about teams or nothing.
Yeah,
I
but
just
you
wanted
gotta
to know
be
what
able
your
to win.
players were.
You got to be able
Yeah.
to win with your players. Like you got to be able to elevate. Like you put SGA on Dallas and they're fucking garbage.
That's my point.
Yeah, like
I guess.
They're maybe not garbage, but they're not the 4 seed.
they're garbage.
They're probably garbage. And
Yeah,
it's
they might
all
be
our
an
own
8 seed.
opinion. I get it. I just don't see how I don't see how you can watch it and put SGA over Tatum though. Like that dude's just too nice.
That was like the conversation with Booker before CP3 got there when they were the worst team in the league, but Booker like had the stats to be called the best shooting guard in the league. But like you're not the best shooting guard in the league when you're winning 17 games.
Yeah, the thing about Tatum is that he's an all-pro defender and one of the
Which
best
is wild.
offensive players in the world. That's the thing about a guy like Tatum that I love is that he'll do it on both ends.
Yeah, that's my top 5. Curry's got to be there. I don't care about the stats right now.
Yeah, I just don't see why he has to be there. Because we're talking
he's
about
Curry.
this year. That's all he's talking about.
I was just saying.
Even though Curry's playing still is worth talking about top 5, but he don't have to be there.
I feel like he does.
He just doesn't though.
He's Curry, bro. Like he's like
But it's not like he's like playing amazing basketball where like he's not even MVP talks.
no. Is Ja though?
Hell yeah. They're the number 1 seed, tied for number 1 seed with Denver. Take Ja off that team. They still be winning though, actually.
Their
Their record without Ja is pretty good.
It's better, I think.
You just when Curry's not
It's
on
not
the
better?
floor, it's
No.
like it was last year.
Last year.
They had a
So
higher
I knew it
winning.
was
Show it to
something
me.
like that.
They had a higher winning percentage.
Yeah, in what, 10 games?
15. I'm not saying they're better without him. I'm not saying that, but it was better.
But they go with them like 36 and 18, but without him they were like 7 and 2.
No, they were like 13-2.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
I don't know how you pulled that
Just
stat
put
up from last
Memphis
year.
Grizzlies record
I think they
without
were
Ja.
17-2 without him last year. I want to say.
Grizzlies record without.
What were they in the
but it's gonna
playoffs
show.
without
It's
him?
gonna show this year
Got dog walked.
by Curry.
Yeah.
They had a 20-5 record last year without John Morant.
That's sexy.
I knew it was some shit crazy.
Fuck Ja then. Take him out the top 5. I'll put in Embiid then. I'll put Embiid in my top 5 then. 'Cause
No, I
the
still think Ja's
Sixers
there.
suck without Embiid.
Yeah,
What's their
that's
record
true.
without him?
Oh my God.
That's what I want to know.
Joel Embiid or 76ers without Joel. It's not good. 6 and 8. I thought it was gonna be worse.
Yeah, it's gonna be Embiid.
Oh, that was last year though. I don't know why they're not showing me this year. Oh, here's this season here. They're 11 and 9 without him.
but
They're
still,
18 and 12 without him.
18 and 12.
Wow.
Man, fuck these dudes.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, but was OKC
Seven.
without SGA?
They're 18 and 12 with him. They're 7 and 12 without him.
Oh, okay.
So if
Embiid
you like
then.
project that out, it would be like 14 and
So they're like a top 3 seed with
14
them.
and 8, 21 and 12. So they're technically have a higher winning percentage without him.
Did you just say they were 8 and 12 without him?
18 and 12 with him, 7 and 4 without him.
Oh, okay. I'll put Embiid then over Ja for now.
Why? It's the same thing.
I don't know. 20 and 5 is kind of ridiculous.
20 and 5. So it's 20.
They'll They already lost 4 games. You just said, right? 7-4. You said
that was last year.
Oh, okay.
That was this year for the 76ers, but I couldn't find it last year with. Okay, never mind. I'm not doing that. It's too much math to do.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's got to be pretty similar. Though. I'm not a mad guy.
Yeah. I mean, SGA is definitely, as far as scoring.
I was just looking at it.
He was
he's
number
amazing.
1 for a while. What is he now?
Who, SGA?
Lucas, I know Lucas won.
34.3.
Embiid's ahead of him, too.
Embiid is 33.5, and Giannis and SGA are both at 31 on the dot, and then Tatum's 30.6.
All those years.
Tatum does that with Jaylen Brown, though. That's kind of nuts.
that's
That's
crazy.
pretty efficient.
This is why you have to take eras into account, because all those years that Durant won his score, he never won a scoring title, or only one of them was over 30 points. He's got what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, now it's everybody's averaging over 30. It's
so
crazy.
you have to bring eras into account, because you can't tell me that those 5 guys are that much better scorers than KD.
Yeah, no way.
Like, so that's just a quick thing. We don't have time to like argue that, but like you can't just look at stats.
Well, that's kind of what I mean about SGA. Like, I like him. He's playing amazing. He deserves to be an all-star, but it's hard for me to think a top 5 player in the NBA would be on one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, like you put
Joker's
KD in his
out
prime on a team, they're at least going 500. I mean, you look at how bad those Lakers teams were without Kobe, and they were 500, a little bit above 500.
Look at what he's done with the Nuggets roster last
without
year.
Murray and yeah.
That's my only thing. Like, SGA's fun to watch, amazing player, but it's kind of like what I think of Lillard. He's kind of turned into like a Lillard for me. Like, a lot of fun to watch, can take over any game, but
Lillard
not
was
good
winning
enough.
games too now. I love
He
Lillard.
was, but he's never a threat. Portland is never a threat to me.
They were the one year where they hit the game winner, and then what, they lose in 6?
Golden State swept them every time they played them or beat them in 4 or 5.
Did they play Golden State the second round the year they beat the?
No, they played them in the Western Finals.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of a threat. I mean you got swept by Golden State.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. He hasn't consistently been a threat. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Some coaches got fired. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we'll get into the offseason and
yeah.
talk about all the coaching changes.
Yeah, I wanted to start with the Bears and stuff and go down because 18 teams have already had their drafts order.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for offseason. Maybe we'll do 2 teams a week or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll just do the moves we think they should make. We'll look at their cap and everything. We'll prepare for it.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I think that's it. Playoff football.
Good luck to the Bills, to you guys. Everybody out there.
I need it. My mental health needs it. Like I know, like as I was on here, like as a host, like if the Chiefs win, like I wouldn't be surprised. But like as a fan, if the Bills do not win the Super Bowl, it's gonna be bad.
What's going to happen?
I'm gonna be very upset. Like I'll probably be in a bad.
You won't
mood.
like me when I'm angry. That's all I can.
No, I'm gonna be sad.
When
It's
they
not
lose,
gonna be like,
it'll just be me and Joe on here for the week.
nah, it might be, dude. Like
I'll be your host, Duke Reynolds.
because all right, I know I have to go, but like really quickly.
Oh my God.
I said this last year.
Say it again.
When we fucked that game up, my biggest worry in the world was that is our generation's wide right. That fucking our parents saw wide right and they were like, this team's still really good. We got a chance. And they've never seen it.
Yeah.
So like back of my mind, that's what I'm thinking. So this year it's like we got Josh Allen. I guess for his entire career will be a Super Bowl window, but like we got to do it. So anyway, yeah, that's it. If you guys don't want me to
That was still my son Joey B's words, though.
You don't be giving Josh Allen Joey swag, man.
Yeah, word.
Josh Allen's better than Toby.
Josh Allen would say.
Probably not, though.
Josh Allen would say.
Give Josh Allen fucking that surrounding cast. Stop. Anyway, this is Trapnerd Sports Podcast. Go Bills. Trapnerd Sports everywhere.
Duke's still a bitch.
Never been a bitch. Okay, now I know what I'll do. If the Bills lose, I'll probably kill. It'll probably be murder suicide. I'll kill Joe and Harry if no one can. If I can't do the podcast, no one can. I'll leave that note like a mad husband. But yeah, anyway, on the note of murder suicide, thanks for listening, guys. Peace.
Peace.